Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Let's see. I know there was people in here early. They're already gone, I think, Joe. Was there somebody here before you, I think, earlier when I looked? Robert Mack, Alaska John, Tommy J, Nikki, of course. You know Nikki. First say, oh, happy birthday to your youngest and your first. And it's the children's fault. They get older, and it's not fair of them to do that to us. Like my daughter, I want to think she's still like 12, but it doesn't work that way. But anyway, hey Carl, how you doing? Carl's Travel. Who else? Hey, Bobby's here. Hey, Bobby. I think that's it. And Jake. And I didn't put the. I didn't. I just realized right when I did it that I didn't send the link out to everybody. But I will put it up if somebody wants to come on. Let me know, and I'll send Brock, and just let me know, and I'll pop it in there. So I think today what I want to do is I we always do the shows, and it's pretty much the same thing. Uh, we always come up with we figure something, and we talk about something. But I think I never really. I mean, I ask for questions all the time, but I think a question and answer, especially for new uh, new people that are coming in that have questions about what anything. I mean, I've been pretty upfront. I'm going to say I've been 99.9% transparent with everybody on this channel from the gate. So I don't really have anything to hide. There's certain things that I probably won't answer. But if anybody wants to ask anything, hey Nick, um, by all means, ask away, and then I'm sure we'll end up on some kind of a topic. Hey, why you tripping? How you doing? Glad you could make it. Um, excuse me, my nose itch. The one thing I will say is that I know that they did not change the law, but they added another law, which basically was kind of in the first one anyway, that said you can't go out and smoke weed right next to somebody, blow it in their face, and annoy them. So you can't smoke it in public, I guess. Which I think that wasn't really their intention anyway. Their intention was, I think, to let the Thai people grow their medicine per se or their whatever at home and do whatever they want with it at home. So I know that they did come out with a new law saying that you can't smoke it in public. Hey Raymond, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Hey Gary. So I know that changed. I think, like we had said before and talked about, I think July 1st and everything's pretty much done. They probably will have some kind of a for big events or whatever mask mandates, but I think for the most part it's going to be gone. They might ask you. I don't even know if they're going to ask you if you going in the supermarket. So that's all good news. And then no testing and all that kind of stuff. No insurance, I don't believe either. And of course, I have to do my disclaimer. Don't believe me. Check with the government. You should always check, regardless of what you hear from anybody. Check yourself before you cast it in stone to your brain. Um, but I think it's going to be a piece of cake. They're saying that. I know I talked to Brock and stuff, and he's saying that they were going to be flying from where he is in Australia straight through now, so which helps him out, saves him like I think I want to say 1,000 Aussie dollars with them putting that those flights back in. So maybe if he comes around, he'll can explain that later. But yeah, pretty much wide open. I don't see they're saying that the airlines are saying early 23 everything should be up to 85. I think I said this before. 85% of pre-pandemic whatever pre-virus people that were coming here. 85%. So that's not bad. Was that 6 months away? 8 months away? miss anybody? No, everybody's still just saying hi to everybody. Awesome. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Um, so that's all good news. So I don't. People that are coming here and people that are watching the channel, like I said, if you've got questions at any time during any of the live streams, by all means, ask. No one's going to jump on you or anything or say that's already been asked 200 times. That doesn't happen here. We'll answer them, 201 times. I got no problem with that. I've got plenty of time. I'm retired. I can answer the question more than once if I know. And like I said, what's good about here is there's a lot of people in here that are here in Thailand and know some better than me. I've been here 3.5 years. That'll be 4 years here in another couple months. So at least give you some idea on what you're going to need to get here. But as far as I know, as of July 1st, you're not going to need much. Um, has anybody purchased ganja this past week in Thailand on this stream? I haven't, but I haven't even looked for it to see if they. I mean, I'm sure they do here in certain, but I've seen plenty of vloggers and everything out there just going and purchasing it right over the table, right in the main mall. If you're familiar with Thailand, not only do they have the stores in the malls, but they have little booths throughout all the walking area, and they're selling it right over that because they've already said it's not for 3 months. Anything goes, and then I'm imagining they're going to come up with some kind of a deal that they can live with and that they feel is good for Thailand or whatever the case may be. I think them being able to charge some kind of a tax or whatever on it, and it can't be nothing but good. I don't think it's going to. The people that are probably smoking are drinking anyway, or eating or whatever. And most of the time, instead of doing 30 kilometers when they're driving, even if they're under just that, they're going to drive at 5 kilometers. So even if they do hit something, they might knock it over, but that's it. And you can't. I mean, how are you supposed to? They're not going to be able to police that. They're going to have to take that with a grain of salt and say, well, then we probably should legalize marijuana and get rid of alcohol because people just can't understand that you should not drink and drive. I mean, I shouldn't talk. When I was younger, I didn't heed that either. And most people probably didn't. But as I got older, it was like now, if you're in a big place like Pattaya or whatever, you can take a Bolt. 100 baht can go pretty much any hotel, within the distance of the area there. I don't know if it's called Walking Street. I still haven't visited it yet, but it's just a no-brainer now. It's like you're just being an idiot if you force yourself to even go out and take a scooter. Why? Pay the 100 baht, $3 US to get there, and $3 US to get back, and you don't have to worry about anything. Because if you do get popped drinking and driving, not gonna be fun for you or anybody you're with. Hey Loretta, how you doing? See, I remembered that right off the bat. Hey Cobus, haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. How's everything going? Did anybody else sneak in? Daniel, I said we'll be all over 0.2 average price. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's about right, 500 a gram. It'll be in the 14 to 15% range is what I've seen and heard, and that's okay, because the only thing that can't be 0.02 is the edibles. Is making the oils. They can't be over that. But what are they going to do? Grab it out of your hand and have a quick test kit there on the street? Ain't going to happen. But that's the way that I read the law. That's what it is. The weed or the stuff you're smoking can be whatever. So you can have it on you, as far as the way I read it, and they catch you, that's fine, not a problem. If you're smoking it, you got a problem. You got to smoke it at home, and then go wherever you're going to go and take a Bolt or a taxi of some sort. Be smart, okay? Hey, Loretta, good to see you. All good. All right, good. Good to hear. 25 for 8. Yeah. For an eighth? 25 for an eighth. So what is that? The gram is $15, right? So, yeah, it's still more expensive. It sounded like 4,000 plus dollar pounds because I don't deal in kilos. I never did. Well, kind of sometimes, but the ounces sold around 350, 400. This was 5 6 years ago when I stopped. Actually, more than that, 8 years, 7 years ago, um, and so it's about at that level, and that's what it was in the U.S. Although the U.S. cut that in half back then. Even now, because I talked to some people that I know, a bunch of growers still there. So it's expensive, but people are probably, if it's legal, they're not going to complain. At least I should say the foreigners or the people that are vacationing here aren't going to complain. The Thais might, but the Thais can grow it and do it on their own. They don't have to do it. As far as I know, I can't grow. I could supervise my wife, and that's what I would do, and point and whatever. Um, but as far as I know, if you're a foreigner, you can't say, yeah, these are my 8 plants and these are my wife's, and as far as I know, they're saying 5 to 6, but you have to register. My wife registered with 15 and is already registered, and so I don't know. And I've heard on the other hand that it's unlimited. So go figure, right? Let's talk about Copenhagen. Is that expensive, Bobby? Probably more expensive than weed, right? I don't know. Tobacco is outrageous. Like I said, all the years that I smoked before Obama, stopped the flight and of flying tobacco. Although I never could understand it, you could ship or fly cigars anywhere you wanted, but they put a stop to cartons of cigarettes, and I was paying 11, 12, $14 a carton buying them. Me and my wife both smoked 15, 20 of them at a time. So every whatever, I was smoking a lot. My wife only smoked like one pack a day, which is still a lot. And then he put that in, and then we started getting them from the Indian casinos, and still played about a third of what they were asking for, because the Indian casinos could get them and not pay tax. So obviously they were a lot cheaper. But chew and stuff, I imagine it's still pricey. Around $8 a can. Wow. Yeah, that's expensive. Food news. What's Nikki saying? Food prices are going mental in the communities on fuel and electric. Yeah, as long as anytime fuel goes up, everything. You go into a market and look at everything in there, and everything in there came by truck or came by something that was burning fuel. So yeah, it's gonna go. I'm sure it's that way in the U.S. too. Well, we know with that with tobacco, but it's always been that way with tobacco. I quit smoking for the past 12 months due to AFib. Yeah, I did when they stuck a tube down my throat for 2 months, and it'll be 3 years. The New Year's Day, that's when I went in. Yeah, I think it's crazy all over. I don't know about. Are they still trying to buy every piece of toilet paper in the country like they did before? I don't know what they're doing. And Jake's saying, I hate to say it, as the U.S. economy goes, so goes the world economy for the most part. Yeah, and it's I will quit smoking in 18 a pack. The cheapest price was 14. I said my whole life. I remember even younger. I said, when cigarettes get to $1 a pack, I ain't smoking no more. And then it was $1.50. Then it was $2. Then it was $2.50 a pack. Then it was $5.50 a pack. And then the most that I paid was Loretta was in New York, and what I found was again an Indian place, found a cigarette because it really didn't matter to me. At the point that I was at, 3 packs a day, I didn't give a shit what they tasted like. They could have been Winston, Marlboros, Camels. I didn't care. Off brand, it didn't make a difference to me as long as they had nicotine in them. That's how bad I was smoking. And the Indian place, I would drive about 45 minutes and buy like 5 or 10 cartons at a time, and they were like, I want to say cartons were over 100, and I think I paid like $30 a carton or something like that for their off brand. But it was crazy. I just looked for places. Ah, there's my wife. She's still here? Ah, she is. That's right. Is it late or no? Oh no, it's still early. She doesn't go till like 8:30. Is Yaz here? Yads. I can never say that right. Hey, there she. Hi, Yads. Glad you could come by. Hey, Randy. What's up? So yeah, I don't know. Here in Thailand, I haven't noticed anything, but I don't go shopping or anything. My wife goes, and if it goes up a half a baht, it's outrageous. So I can't really tell her. She has to tell me exactly how much, and then I can translate it to you. But it seems like the same 40 baht meals that we bought are still 40 baht. If it has, maybe it's gone up 5 baht, 3 baht. It hasn't gone up that much. I know oil and some other items, individual items in the store, I know have gone up here. And inflation is going to hit every place. It's all relative to what you have here. So, as far as electric, I think same price. Water, same price. Interest rates and all that I've seen are pretty much the same here, for Thai people anyway. I haven't seen any gigantic, leaps. Like I said, 5 baht to a Thai person is a lot of money. 5 baht to me and you and people in Australia and that it's all relative. But I really haven't noticed that is that a word? Noticed a problem with the local stuff and the stuff we get. Like we went out for the steak at the same steak place, and I think it was all the same price. 50 baht for chicken, 60 baht for pork, and 70 baht for Thai beef. So it hasn't changed. I think they know, but see also here. Hey Paul, how you doing? You have to realize that it's not based on any kind of tourism. It's all pretty much a few scattered Farang and all Thai people. So if they're, everybody's got to live together, right? So they're not going to go crazy in any direction, I don't think. I don't think it would be good for them selling on the street or whatever. And all the, the meat on a stick, 10 baht, still, same prices that I've seen since I've been here. I'm sure there's some stuff that have went up a little bit, but I haven't noticed it here. I know pork I think pork came back down to more reasonable. Hey John, how you doing? But it had gone up quite a bit recently, a month ago, 2 months ago. So I don't know, ask her. No, she left. My wife, my outlet to find out what's going on. Who's having hot flashes? Nikki? What did I miss? Let's see. No one to ask anything, right? If I do, put question or something. Because when I'm rambling, I don't catch it. I'll catch a big Q or something in there if it comes out. So yeah. So I don't know about inflation. I don't know what it's like in Australia, and I don't know what it's like. Well, with Nikki, it said it's bad in the UK, and I imagine they're all following suit. Australia, everybody get hit pretty much the same. Gas isn't going to go up in just the U.S. or just Thailand, and I think it's 50 something, 51 a liter for gasoline, and still only what used to be 30 for a liter of diesel, now it's 35. So, like I said, Thailand was pretty good to the people and put a moratorium on it to keep it at 30 baht for like 5 months, something like that, which was really good. Did I just see? Yeah, petrol is the biggest change. Oh, it's over 45. Yeah, I think it's close to 50. I think. I don't know. I haven't filled up the bike in a while. I gotta go. I might go out today. Um, if I missed anybody coming in, I'll catch you. I'm good. Always good. Yeah, I hope things go good for you too, Loretta. Keep your chin up and come to Thailand. It'll heal all. I don't know, man. It dropped my blood pressure, and if I would eat correctly, I could probably maintain a decent weight. And if I got off my ass and went to the gym more often, I would probably be okay. But I do. I don't know. I don't know if it's the sunshine, the good people that like I'd said before. The major thing for me is surrounding myself with good people, and it makes a big difference, man. A big difference. Like I said, I think it's almost 50 baht a liter for 91, and I think the other might be a couple or 95, maybe a couple cents, 49, 48, something like that, and then the diesel's around 35 baht. So the diesel's still okay, and we put 91 is what we ended up deciding on. I would have probably put 95, but I think it's doesn't matter. That three-cylinder engine that charges the battery and the electric hot rod is petrol, so I have to pay a little bit more for it. I thought it was next week, which I canceled my deal. It's today, and then supposedly my wife's saying that on that when I was going to go on the 27th, I think that's when he's scheduling me. I believe to see, because she said there's going to be a 2 week period I've got to keep open, because I guess he's gonna try to suggest and get me into an orthopedic. So that's it's today. We got to be there at 3 for our normal checkup, the blood test, the 3 months worth of medication, that kind of stuff. We usually get out of there by 5, so it's pretty good. Yeah, I know. I don't like going to hospitals. You know why I don't like to go into hospitals? Because um, it there's sick people there. I don't want to get sick. I'm not sick, and so I don't know. We'll go. I've been lucky. Went how many times now, and I haven't gotten anything. What 188.5? What is that for? For what? For petrol. What's 188? You lost me. Is that UK math? I don't know. Nikki. Oh, okay. So here's the Nikki. The fuel in the UK is over $10 a liter? No way. Really? Oh, okay, a gallon. Okay. Well, still, that's outrageous. Cobus leaving. All right, Cobus, take it easy. Glad you could stop by. Hey, Noi, how much did pork come down again?
Huh?
Remember, pork went up high, cost a lot of baht. Did it come back down?
Apart from Dixie is still not different, much different.
Still high.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So pork's still high. No, which I'm surprised that they buy. Usually when they went in there, they'll buy more chicken than pork. Yeah, exactly, right? You're not sick until you go to the hospital to get checked up, and then you come out sick. Upgrading my internet from download to 2. I don't know. Mine's supposed to be 200 up and 200 down, but I don't know. I still have a problem with the internet. I got to get. I had the whole place routed with that Cat 6 or whatever cable. I've got it right here to plug in, but I can't figure out what the guy wired there. So my wife's going to have somebody come over and do that, because I'd like to do it I did it for all the TVs too. So We'll see. Hey, Moonwa, how are you? I'm not high. uh, let's see. I didn't miss anything, right? Not that crazy right now. Wow, that's a lot of money. Nikki, you're gonna have to start riding a motorcycle or scooter, right? Or let Buddy pull you on a skateboard, get you around town. Um, yeah, it's 220 a liter. Wow, that's a lot too. But you got the electric car, so the Tesla, right? That's good for Tesla, I would imagine. 2 a.m. I hear you, Nick. uh, Buddy walks me, that's for sure. Yeah, I know that. You have a good night. Get your rest. If I don't see you by Saturday, tell your 15-year-old or your youngest happy birthday, and have a good night for sure. Let me finish my coffee. Dun-dun-dun. Robert saying hi to Tom. I'll say hi to Robert. Hey, Ron John, there you are. Look at that. Caps and small letters. You're on a roll, my friend. uh, Everybody's saying goodnight to Nikki, who's the best. She's awesome. If you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe and watch her channel. She needs hours. So if you're doing nothing and she's got something running, click on it and set your phone down and go make your dinner and come back and do whatever you're gonna do. It really helps, actually. But I was really surprised, like some of the ones though that I talked to you before, Nick. If you're not gone, if you can do a live stream cooking video, not on you, but just on your food and just talking, and a half hour meal of preparation or preparing a half hour meal or whatever, the hours add up quick, man. I was looking on one of my lives and just the one, like 467 hours from like in a couple of weeks. So it really makes a difference. But you have to feel comfortable doing that. But it can rack up the hours. Someone asked you to stop the caps hurting their ears. Yeah, but I'd rather hurt their ears. My eyes I can read a lot easier. But I know, Robert. Where are you? You said it's raining and thundering. Where are you at? I'll tell you what, the wind kicked up last night before the sun went down, and it was blowing and raining here. Now it's not at all. It's doing good. Serin's been. It's gonna start pouring here. I'm gonna get out and get around. I did go, and I think I'm gonna really try to do that camping on the scooter deal. I'm looking at a bunch of equipment, a tent, a sleeping bag. Already bought and got a fan, a battery operated fan. I ordered a big power bank. I still have to get some other stuff, but I checked even right around here in Serin. There's places that say camping. I think they're just somebody's yard or whatever, but that's okay as a first one, just to get out there, get it set up, maybe do a live stream from there. Definitely do some video on cooking and cook decent meals. Like if I'm going to go there, I'm going to have ham and eggs or bacon and eggs for breakfast with hash browns, and then a decent lunch and a steak dinner. So there'll be plenty of stuff to video. I don't know if you guys are into watching that kind of stuff. I watch a lot of that solo camping, whether it be on a scooter, being dropped off on a desert island or whatever. The catch and cook type thing. I was looking for a place with maybe a lake, so I can maybe catch a fish and cook it and everything there with vegetables and all that kind of stuff. I like to cook, obviously. If you watch the channel, you know that. So if you guys are interested in that, push me a little bit to get me going. I think it'd be fun, different anyway. Do the live stream. I think I can fit everything I got. I've got chairs. It'll be a tent. There'll be a tarp, an ice chest, everything. I mean, you'd be surprised. All the cooking stuff, I can fit everything on that Forza to make camping very comfortable. A cot with a blow-up mattress, and on top. And my only problem is I don't like bugs and snakes, and I don't like it being hot. So when it does cool down a little bit, I think with this little 10-inch fan, and if it's a USB, and then it's got the lithium, whatever they are, batteries in them. But on high speed, it's blowing on me right now, and I think that I think I might be able. Definitely November, December, January, and February. But I think it'd be interesting, right? Content. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys would put it in the comment, that way it'll make me read them and what you think about that for content. And even if I'm there and we do live streams, we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. So it's just something maybe makes stuff a little more interesting, and it's something I enjoy. Professional community. Thanks, Benoit and Jake. He's saying morning. Big thanks for posting. No questions. I just stopped. Robert's saying I just stopped about 5 minutes ago. It still looks like it might start again. Where are you at, Robert? I mean, I know you're in Thailand, so don't say Thailand. Is Chris here? I didn't see Chris. Chris, are you? Hey, Don's here. I didn't see Don. How you doing, Don? Glad you could make it. If Nomad, or is that for, that might be for Tom, Nomad. But yeah, I don't know. I think it would be interesting. I got enough to take all my camera stuff and 2 tables. It just amazes me the stuff that you could fit and the comfort of actually camping off of a motorcycle. You'd be amazed if you haven't watched them before. I mean, from the awesome chairs that they have now that break down into a little bag this long and this big around, tables the same way, and they're good sized tables, metal. It's I don't know. It's interesting to me. Let's see. Loretta said had a big test this week and everything came out great. Awesome. I was so worried one of those cancer screenings. Yeah, I have family history, so worrying for nothing. And I'll tell you what I found out with my wife passing from that kind of stuff, any kind of stress or any kind of I think all that shit triggers that stuff. I mean, I really do. More than smoking. I hate to say that because smoking's horrible. But I think when you're stressed out and stuff like that, you can make yourself sick. So I'm glad to hear that's great. That's good news for sure. Missing Thailand, yeah. Come on back. It's easier for me to say that, right? My last camping was 10 or 15. Yeah, I did it. I have it back in the U.S. I've got the Harley, which I gave to my son, and I've got a Tiger 995, kind of like I don't know. It's got side bags on it and a top box. It's kind of an off-road, although I would take it on the highway and on fire roads. And I did twice or 3 times. Twice. I'm trying to think. My mind's gone. Twice I did it on there. My knees are hard. That's why this time I'm going to get a cot that is up off the ground, so I don't have to actually get down on my knees. And that's the hardest thing for me. Of course, maybe when I have my knees replaced, it won't be so bad. And it really didn't bother me at all. One of the places I was at the beach, so it was beautiful out, and I still had the fan on the table blowing on me. It was gorgeous. But it's interesting. I enjoy it, so we'll see. Because I'll probably definitely do it, and you guys can see whether you like it or not. Ron saying camping in Maine right now is the best. Yeah, at certain times. Where I was up in the mountains, the winter time you could camp. You can camp pretty much year round with wood stoves and all that if you're camping out of a truck and have a hot tent and that kind of stuff. But I liked watching it, but it didn't really interest me. I'm not a big cold guy or hot guy. But let's see. Did I miss anything? No, looks like I didn't miss anything. Good. All right. So, um, everybody's giving thumbs up. Yeah, Loretta, that's awesome news. Everybody's praying for you. So, hopefully you can get out of there and get to Thailand, to where you can relax and blood pressure goes down about 15, 20 points, and your life gets longer and longer and longer. Or at least I tell myself that. T200 and go camping. Yeah, it'll be fun. I think it'll be interesting to watch. I'd be curious to see how many people actually watch it and how many people watch the live stream. But it's interesting stuff. I like the catch and cooks. I like cooking. The guys that do it that don't cook, they just do the ready to eat meals, the MREs and stuff, and that doesn't excite me as much as somebody that does catch and cook or brings a steak and cuts up their onions and makes a nice meal, and that's what I'm more into. And to watching them do that in the middle of nowhere by themselves. I don't know. It's okay. Hey, Jays, how you doing? Iced coffee, please. Yeah, I could use some water now that you said that. My wife said she was going to bring me more. And ice cubes. I like iced coffee. Bobby's saying, we had rain and thunder and lightning here today. Very hot and humid, not normal for Canada. Well, it's just trying to get you ready for Thailand, you and Jai. Throw Jai outside and say, this is where we're headed. Go see what you think about it. Hopefully you're still going to go. I know you are. Questions. Are you going to do a test in the backyard? These places are so close, Ron. What I'm probably going to do is they're like 30 minutes away. Is have maybe my wife follow me and maybe have her stay with me, take the car there, so in case something goes funny. I kind of thought about that, and I could do it in the yard, although, and I might. It all depends. But I really want to pack everything onto the scooter, take it someplace, unload it all, get that filmed, and set up the tent, set up everything. And the tent I'm buying is one of those ones that it probably goes down about yay big and about yay long, so it's a little bit bigger, and it's a 4 to 5 person tent, but it's got you grab it by the middle and the thing pops up by itself. It's not the ones you throw that you fold into round things, but it's got a deal and it pops up like an umbrella, a reverse umbrella type, or no, a regular umbrella, and then comes down and then you can put it to the ground. We'll see how it works. It wasn't that expensive. I haven't bought it yet, but it looked real easy to set up. Because again, getting down on my knees and all that kind of crap. Though I probably still have to get down to hammer in some stakes, and then to do the tarp, and then after that it's pretty much easy stuff. Taken out of I got a 90-liter dry bag that's going to hold the tent, the sleeping bag, the tarp, the chair, the tables, everything, and it'll go across behind me on the back passenger seat. It'll be, I don't know, it interests me, so we'll see. Yeah, having her around there I think would be good. And wherever I'm going to be, I'll have cell service. And even if she comes out and we eat dinner together there and then she goes back home, I've got 2 phones, and if something happens, I can just press the button and call her. But I don't know. It should be interesting. I'm just kind of curious on, what you guys are going to think. But like I said, I can do live streams from there too. So nothing's really going to change except I'll have footage of actually going, motorcycle camping. We'll see. Just says my son got me a wingman tent. Love it. If you go to HP, I will check it out. I will check it out for sure. In fact, I'll do that. I can do that on my other phone and save it. I will do that. It was let's see what's Daniel saying. We had thunder and lightning and rain an hour ago, but they So loud, unlike California thunder. It sounded like bombs going. That's how it was. That's how it was here the other day, too, in Surin. Um, yeah, and a crew. Yeah, if I could get some 19-year-old, 20-year-old Thai guys to two of them to come out and set up the whole thing for me, that would be better. Maybe I might. I mean, if there's guys there, hey, come on over here. You want to make, 500 baht or set up all this stuff for me? I wouldn't put that out of my realm of doing. Like I said, in Uncle Craig's realm, how can I get hurt if I pay somebody to do it? I have to join you for cookout dogs. Yeah, you bet. And that's a possibility too. Like I said, I know that I can do it in November, December, January, and February. It is super nice. Might be hot during the day, 85 ish. Not horrible or anything. But I can go out and do things, take a ride on the scooter. I can do whatever I want to during the day. It's the nighttime when I want to go to sleep. And when that sun goes down in those months, uh, low 70s, 72 in the morning, maybe even high 60s. So very comfortable for me. Anything below 75, I'm fairly comfortable with no laying on top of the sleeping bag, a fan blowing on me. I should be fine. So, but now I'm gonna take a read on the temperatures. I gotta look and see what it is and what it gets down to at nighttime here, uh, and see what that's all about. No bum gun. Yeah, yeah, no. If I go, it's only going to be for one night. I'll take off, in the morning and go there, set up camp, cook my steak or whatever it is, get up, cook breakfast, put everything away, and go back home. Yeah, no, no, I'm not gonna get trapped without a bum gun. A roll of toilet paper. Could you see me in the woods? No, digging a hole, not for me. But yeah, some of the places that I looked at. There was one that Joe over in Pachuap, Currycon area. I have to ask him in his last video. I think it was his last video. Camping right on the beach, tents in between the trees, right between the road, trees and beach. They had tents there, right behind them, almost like a American style campground. Showers, bathrooms, a restaurant that you could eat at, everything. So they're starting to have, I think, more places like that here in Thailand, and it was 30 baht a night to put your tent right there, not 10 steps from the water. So and then I could go swimming and do that. That would be maybe a 3 day or 4 day, which I really wouldn't mind because I got the showers. So again, it would depend on the temperature at night. How am I going to sleep? During the day, I could go in they might even have a pool. It was a nice little area, and it was well manicured. Check out Joe's video. It was interesting. Pod guests with a camp. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? I think it would be all right. Yeah, too hot in Texas, I bet. I just don't. Uh, yeah, with me, when I was younger, up until maybe when I really started making some money per se, real money, it was so maybe up until like late 20s. Then 5-star hotels, or if we went to Havasu, we didn't pitch a tent. We went and stayed at the Nautical Inn or something like that. So we started staying in hotels. Then we bought motorhomes and all that kind of stuff, and we got away from that. But now it seemed it would be nice. I think I did it, like I said, 2 times, and I enjoyed it. It was only for 2 days once, and one day another time. And I don't think I'd really, unless they had facilities, I wouldn't want to go more than one day. Yeah, freaking hot now. In where? In Austin, I bet. Uh, Yeah, you saw that one? It was awesome place, right? I mean, it looked really nice. Um, let's see. What's Jake saying? Tampa Bay, Stanley Cup. All right, they're talking to each other. I used to run with the club, lived on the bike. Yeah, me too. Well, actually before that, when I was young, when I had the panhead, I went on a little sabbatical for a couple of years up and down the coast through California and Oregon and Washington, and learned probably more about life doing that than uh, than I did the rest of my life. But it was back then. It was, gas was 50 cents a gallon. I could if I had 3.5 gallon bobs on my panhead. Fill up the tank for $1.50 and ride to wherever my next destination was. And you could go over and ask somebody, hey, can I chop your wood for $5 or $2 or whatever? And that was the same ones that I told you about that I learned that they never liked it. In fact, I almost got into it a few times on the road. But at the 7-Elevens or the convenience stores, I would stop and in the markets or whatever, I would buy maybe 1 or 2 cans of refried beans. They were like 10 cents or something, back then, and tortillas. And then I would go into the 7-Eleven and heat the beans and tortillas, and then use their hot sauce and all their condiments, and make 2 or 3 of those and eat them and go. So my home, I could live for 2 or 3 days on under $1. It was amazing what you could do when you really have to. And a lot of people, it was a different time. It was like, well, come here and sleep in our house. No, I don't want to sleep in your house. Here, sleep in our garage, or pitch your tent on our lawn, or whatever. People were different. This was, I was 20, so 50, 45 years ago. Yeah, 45 years ago. So, people weren't as freaked out. Some of them were a little standoffish. Seemed as I went up north further, the people were more relaxed and hippie-ish, peace and love and sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So it was a lot. It was nice, man. You learned a lot about life doing that, or I did anyway. Oh, is Dip Media here? Hey, Dip Media, how you doing? Almost missed you. Where it said, very cool. Since I'm a Rangers fan. Oh, you must be talking to Jake, I think. um, 1987, New Hampshire, Sturgis, Florida, in '89. Awesome. Yeah, mine was a 62, 63, 62. God, my mind's gone. Panhead. And like I said before, it was the only panhead that I actually started every time. Never. And it had dual points on it, which were really hard to get right. And that bike always started. I should have never, ever got rid of that bike. That was the one that was on the cover of one of I think it was Iron Horse or something like that. We built it out of the shop for our Navy. The owner's kid was in the Navy, and built it for him. He drove it one time, did the interview, parked it in his garage. He had a fire in the garage, and it just singed the paint. And sold it to me for almost nothing, and I took it completely down and brought it back up. It was an awesome bike. Awesome bike. Only us old guys can relate. Lucky me, most of the people on here are old people. So, is Waza here? I didn't see Waza. There's Waza. Hey, Waza. Glad you could make it. So, yes, Dave, I learned a lot in the biker family, always on my back. Some of the best people ever. Yeah, it was weird, man. It was definitely a different culture. For me, it was a different time. It was more a cross between a lowrider and a hippie was the biker culture, or that's the way I look at it anyway. You know, let us live our way we want to live, and this we're going to. We're going to live. I'm not changing. I'm living the way I'm going to live. So either learn to live with it or whatever you got to do. Uh, but it was interesting, that's for sure. you, you didn't miss much. I know it's already been almost an hour. Wow, I'm rambling. I didn't put. Let me put the in case anybody wants to come on. I didn't send it to everybody. So let me put it in the deal there. I can always not let you in if you try to come and you're a nasty bastard, but I don't think you will. But yeah, it was a good time. I mean, it was what would have been mid 70s, something like that, 75, 76. I don't know nobody. I did send you the link, didn't I? Didn't I send you the link, Brock? I thought I
Yep,
did. Okay.
you did.
Um, just finished eating. I missed. If
Morning, everybody.
I missed anyone, said I. Right. Yeah. So I don't know. It was interesting times, man. I mean, a lot of stories, a lot of life lessons. Um, but you're right. I mean, it was people were different. Like I said, there were still some that were standoffish. Or is this guy going to cause trouble? What before they even meet you, just by the way you look and you're on a bike. But for the most part, people were curious at first, and then if you weren't a nasty bastard, if you just was, yes, how you doing? Pleased to meet you. They reciprocated. You know, they were nice, and like I said, after I met with them and they really found out who I was, it was come stay on our lawns, come stay in our house. I mean, they were just very cordial most of the time. Very rarely did I have to, go find a place to in the middle of nowhere and stay. It was interesting. What word? Sorry, am I allowed to say that word? What did you say? I didn't see it.
He asked, is weed legal in Thailand now?
Yeah, I don't know. They
Not
they
really.
it's legal to the Thai people and to you, I guess. If you're in your, according to me, check with the government. For the next 3 months, you can grow it. The Thai person can grow it. Thai person can have THC levels of 30, 50, 90% THC, doesn't matter, and smoke it and eat it in their own house. Um, can't smoke it. They just brought out a new law. Can't smoke it uh, in in public. It's like eating durian next to me. You're upsetting me. No smoking. You'll go to jail. But as far as growing it in your own house for the next 3 months, and what I believe it is a 3 month trial period for them to come to some kind of arrangement in Thailand's mind on what it's going to be. So in 3 months they're going to come out and say, okay, this is the law. But as of right now, can you just come to Thailand and buy weed over the counter? Yes. Can you have it on you as you're walking around? As far as I know, check with the government. Yes. Can you smoke it out in public? No. You'll go to jail. So, can you buy edibles and eat them and walk around? Yes. But there's a lot of people out there buying it. It's in the Robinson malls and stuff. They're setting up tables and selling the product. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm
It
hoping.
seems as the law was written isn't how the law was intended. So every dog and his man came out with selling weed. So
And they,
that's
and
going
they
to come.
realized they did something, and they brought out another law saying you can't smoke it in public.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Ron John.
he's taking off, I guess. All right, Ron. Glad you could come by, man. Uh, Everybody's saying
Yeah.
goodbye.
I'm
Did
I'm
I?
just a scruffy bugger, Tommy.
Hey, Verna. How you doing? Hope you're well.
Morning, Verna.
I watched your little short. Was awesome. Loved the music. Loved the dancing. Loved the beach. You did a great job on the little video. If you guys aren't subscribed to Verna, definitely subscribe to her channel and definitely check out her latest little. I don't know. It's not even a short, but it's in short. Whatever that is, the skinny one, and it's like about, I don't know, what is it, 3-4 minutes long, something like that. But very good, very well done. I loved the music was awesome. It was fun to watch. There was 4 gals out there having a good time dancing around on the beach. So I enjoyed it.
3 or 4 minutes is an epic video for Mitch.
Yeah, exactly. Tommy saw it. See? She's a sweetheart, man. I'd like to go to the Philippines and meet up with her and buy her lunch and her family lunch when I do make it there. She's seems like a good gal. She's having fun. She likes to sing and all that kind of good stuff. So she's a good one. And Bobby just put up her link so you guys can do it. Raymond's saying, from my viewpoint, I couldn't care less about the weight loss. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the only thing,
they don't
the only
affect
thing with
me
me,
either.
yeah, the only thing with me is that I really enjoy growing it, as a hobby. I don't use, I haven't in 40 years. Uh, so it's not for that reason that I care about it. The reason that I care about it is that I could put a greenhouse out. I could have a hydroponic set up. I could grow, I could grow again. I could play music, and I could have a good time. So, I'm sure that a lot of people would be interested in the product when I got done with it, but that wouldn't be me. I wouldn't want anything unless it's 100%, and I know for sure. Like even right now with everything I just said, do I want to take a chance on it? No, not really. Even though I know it's legal. Uh, when they say it's 100% decriminalized, that'll be probably when I'll start growing it. Here's one.
Yeah.
Girls dancing on a beach, singing and laughing in the video. We'll never make it. Yeah, no kidding, right? Uh, I'd love to grow tomatoes. And that's not, if I put it in a hydroponic setup, I probably would grow some tomatoes. I like tomatoes. And the tomatoes here, they're not the greatest in the world. I don't know if you noticed. I mean, I imagine you could probably get some in Bangkok and in Pattaya at the markets, but the markets here, they're small and not really right. I don't know. They're just not the greatest tomatoes in the world. Um,
Yeah. The sweet corn's not the best either.
I don't know that I've had some corn that my wife brings me from the green market. Only get it occasionally, but there's one person there that's got the corn that is the bomb, and I mean like 10 times better than any other corn that she brings from there when this person's not there. So some of it, I guess, there are people who grow it themselves from whatever. Like my father-in-law grew it, and it wasn't. You go through all that time of growing it, you might as well grow something that's good. And I think he just got whatever somebody gave him or whatever he had corn wise and stuck it in the ground and grew it. I mean, it was okay. It just wasn't it wasn't the sweet corn that I would have expected. My
Yeah,
wife,
it's got a lot to do with the soil it's grown in, how it's mulched. The dirt, if the dirt's not right, you're not going to get the right taste.
yeah, I don't know, whatever this guy's doing that or lady at the green market here on Sundays, it's freaking good.
Maybe he's using a marijuana mulch.
It could be. But that's the reason that I'm interested in it, is to actually grow it. Smoking it, I could care less. Whether they make it legal, recreational, or just medicinally, I could care less. As long as I can grow it and not go to jail, that's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, I don't
Except,
use it, so I don't care.
except weeds that are not edible or smokable. Hey, Bill, how you doing? I'm glad you could stop by. Um, Loretta loves hockey. I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you this story just because Loretta said that. Knew nothing about hockey. Never knew, never saw it, never watched it. My cousin Bobby, who was 6 years, 7 years older than me, it was during the Stanley Cup playoffs, and the Kings, which is the LA team, I guess, was one of the playoff games. And my cousin said, "You want to go? People can't get tickets, and I got great seats." And I don't know what hockey is. He said, "Oh, you're going to have a great time. You'll love it." I went there, and it was the most awesome thing I've ever watched in my life. Guys came out on the ice. The guy high sticked, cracked this guy right across the face, cut cut him. I can't. I think it was on his. It was above his eye. I think it was above his eye. Blood everywhere. He rolls off the ice. I'm going, telling my cousin, "This is awesome, man. I like this." 3 minutes later, here comes the guy skating back on the ice, stitched up and ready to go at it again. I said, "I'm gonna have to start watching this. This might be my kind of sport." But I did enjoy it, and I guess the place was packed. I mean, I guess you couldn't get tickets to this thing, and we did have good seats. And then the body checking and all that. Later on, I learned a little bit more about it, but I never could understand them, throwing their helmets off. I mean, you're taking off protection. I could see taking your gloves off and going after somebody. They can take their headgear off, and then I can pop them. But I would leave mine on. Just saying, in case there's a hockey player, leave yours on, and then go after them. Let's
It's
see.
amazing games like hockey or Australian rugby
Now the
and,
rugby was
and soccer.
interesting. I told you
You
my.
compare them all, and the soccer players, if somebody looks like they're coming near them, they roll on the ground and
All
scream,
right,
and
Joe. Like I said,
the other
my
guys
my
keep going.
my cousin that I took care of that I've talked about before with the ALS, uh, he had two boys. The youngest was, I want to say he was like 10, 11, 12 years old, something like that. Now, I had known about rugby because some of my friends played it, you know, uh, at, when we were older. I didn't ever got into it. This kid wanted to play rugby. He said, "I want to play rugby." I said, "What the hell are you playing rugby? What about baseball and football?" And no, rugby. I said, "Do they even have leagues here in the United States?" Hell, they have a bunch of leagues. We got the kid in the rugby, drove him over there. He did good. He was small, so he didn't do. He could have used. He could have been a little stockier. He was a little kid, but tough little bastard. He had a ball and played it, and yeah, that was the first I had experienced with that. Hockey I watch occasionally, only on TV now. But my brother played soccer, and I went and took pictures. I was into photography when I was younger, and I went out there. And the first game that I watched, I didn't realize how good a shape my little brother was in until I watched him run for 2 hours straight and never stop. I went, "Holy crap!" That's all they did was run. And finally, after I ran 10 steps to try to get a picture, I said, "Forget it. I'll just put this thing on a tripod and wait till they come by me." And I took a
They're
bunch of
fit.
pictures. What's that?
They are certainly fit.
Oh, definitely. I was amazed. I didn't realize it. All right, what did I miss? I
Yeah.
went to a fight and a hockey
And a
game
hockey
broke
game broke
out.
out. Yeah.
That's exactly it. You got it, Laura. That's what caught my eye, man. Um,
Yeah.
let's see.
No way am I going to the state of origin, was I? To be truthful, rugby, football, Aussie rules, etc., bore me to tears. I have no interest in them at all.
You know what they did? What he wanted to go to? We went to Las Vegas, and it was something called like the Magnificent Seven. They played with seven people on rugby, and it was like a national event in Las Vegas. And there was teams from all over the world, Australia, from everywhere, and they played. And the kid was ecstatic that we took him to this. I think it was a 2-day event, and he enjoyed the shit out of it. It was actually entertaining because I don't know how many people are on a rugby team.
I'm not sure, but I've heard of the
Because
seven-a-side matches.
yeah, yeah, the
It makes for a
seven.
faster game.
Yeah, it was definitely more interesting to watch. I'll give it that. Jake said they said hockey would never take root in Florida. Tampa Bay Lightning have won 3 Stanley Cup championships. And one more reason. Yeah, I don't follow it that close. If it's on TV, I'll watch it. I don't chase after it though. But I did that same little Navy guy that we built that bike for. His dad owned a place that sold frames, oil tanks, uh, tanks, girder front ends, everything. So that it was a giant. We were a giant advertisement by putting that thing together. He was like way too small, and he was like one of the best college hockey players around. But he was just too small that they didn't want to grab him up and take him. But the kid could skate, man. He was. I will give him that. I could never skate. The closest I came was we called it broom ball. We played at the local ice rink at midnight. We played other rival towns, okay, and I mean rival towns is that we would fight when we saw each other. And I played because I couldn't run around out there. I played goalie, and I had drilled my broom handle and filled it full of lead, and it would go on for 30 seconds. When it started, there was blood on the ice, and it was a fun game, but quite brutal actually.
Good morning, Chris.
Hey, brother, how you doing? Glad you can make it. What was this I was just going to ask them about? What did I miss? I missed anyone. For anyone outside of Australia, if you get a chance, watch State of Origin this Sunday Australian time and see what you think. And that's rugby. That's what that is. I'm guessing. 13 for league, 15 for union, and they played this whatever it was, something 7, and I guess it was a big thing. I mean, they came from all over the world to compete in this deal. The Panthers never won Stanley Cup. We worked the Lightning this year. Look, I lived in Tampa Bay. We won championships here. Not like South Florida. Are you guys going to break out into a fight here in the chat over who's got the best hockey team in Florida? 3-on-3 hockey. I bet that sounds definitely fast and furious. What did you do? Did you get a break, Chris? I know Chris has been working like a madman. Hey Douglas, good to see you. When we lived in Dubai, we went to the sevens every year. Loved it. Yeah, I had never been. I'd seen the kid play rugby. I had seen my friends play it like once. They invited me to come, and I had no interest in getting out there and hurting myself. I was older then, but I watched the kid, and it was fun. And then when he said he wanted to go to that deal, it was definitely worth going. I enjoyed myself. And Brock's saying have a look at DaVinci Resolve for video editing. Who is that for, Jake?
Yeah.
Oh, good morning, David.
Good morning, Doug.
It is a 3-day tournament. Yeah, I think that one was 2 or 3 days. I think we only spent 2 days there. I don't think we went for the first day. I think we went for the second too, because of my cousin was obviously in a chair and all that kind of stuff to get him in the van and the kids loaded and get to Vegas and get him out and have the hotel be on it was a nightmare. But it was fun. I know my cousin, God bless his soul, he enjoyed it. Nothing like seeing hockey. Sounds like Loretta's a diehard hockey fan. That's good. That's the way it should be. Let's see. How you doing? I'm going to butcher this, right? For Malfoundation. I'll just call you Foundation. Sounds easy. Glad you could come by. So that's my take on that. On that and the scooter thing that we kind of went by. Hopefully you guys will leave something in the comments and say, yeah, you would watch it, or no, you're not interested. and let me know what you think. Not really. We haven't really had one. I was discussing earlier that we were going to. I wanted to do a solo. I have a 350 Forza loaded up with all the camping gear, tent, and all that, and do solo camping. But the that was one thing we talked about. And I think we talked about marijuana quite a bit and all around stuff, mostly about stuff here in Thailand. But really, I did it twice before I came to Thailand on Tiger 995, and I'm getting older, but I'd like to try it. I think it would be interesting, maybe a catch and cook type thing. So I'm asking for everybody to, if they would be interested in seeing some of that. I'd still do live streams even when I go there, but I'll get and actually put out videos to let me know. What's Daniel saying? Dave, you plan on being again? Yeah, I'm going to be there the July 13th through the 16th. Daniel, I'll be in Pattaya, Jantiam area. Definitely be at the Wombat and meeting everybody for at least one or two meals. And I'm going to have the kids. The kids are going to come from Bangkok. My wife has a few days off, so it's going to be a family 3-dayer at a nice hotel on the beach. And it should be fun. Same place I stayed last time I went there for a week. Got 2 rooms this time with ocean views. Last time I got us an ocean view, and the kids I stuck over on the side. But it wasn't that much more this time, so I did it. Douglas is saying hi to Raymond. But that, yeah, he didn't. I don't know. We were rambling about a bunch of stuff. Living on a motorcycle for a year or two, and when I was young, and going around and just learning stuff about life as a youngster. So yeah, it was actually fun. Actually, I think you missed. Now that I think about it, probably quite a bit of stuff. But next time, come in earlier, or watch it back on the replay. It was. I think it was entertaining. I don't know. But I'm thinking I might stop early today. Got 25 people still here. If anybody's got any kind of questions they want to ask away. If not, I'll end this live stream and maybe go work on the Forza. Maybe take a little ride today. I got to go do something. They did fix my air conditioner yesterday. Boy, man, the air conditioner broke in the room, and talk about panicking. I had to go out in the living room, move my mother and father-in-law around, and close the door and turn on the air conditioner in the living room. It gets hot quick. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know about this motorcycle camping. Douglas says, I have a question. Shoot. But like I said, November, December, January, and February here in Surin, the nights are very, very mild. Said, shucks, my boy turned 10 on 7/16, and we plan to celebrate at our home. Bummer. Well, have a good party. Yeah, bummer. Well, that's okay. I'm gonna get with my wife, and I'm going to tell her that I'm gonna make a swing, and maybe a 10-day deal, even if I take the electric hot rod, and I'm gonna go meet a bunch of people that are on the channel. So I'll catch up with you. I met a surgeon from Surin last Saturday. Tell me he was a great orthopedic surgeon, because I'm going to find out about... Oh, that's what else I got to do at 3 o'clock today. I got to go to the doctor. Talking about sports, I watched a replay of the winning of the Triple Crown by Secretariat. 30. I know, insane, right? What a horse, man. What happened to Richard? I love his channel. He's working, and it was a big toll on him. I think he needed a break. I'm hoping he comes back. He's a great man. In fact, he was on here, what was it, Brock, a week ago, and asked if he could make me another intro and outro, although I haven't received anything from him yet. But he pops on every once in a while and says hi, so which is cool because not too many people are in touch with him, and at least we know he's okay. But hopefully he will come back. I hope. He is a good man. Great show. really put his heart and soul into it. Look at my intros and outros. I could never do that. He did them for me. And if you know Richard's channel and his planes and the decals and the jumping and I'm lost. It would take me. I'd still be working on it. I wouldn't be able to put out any kind of content because I'd still be working on it. No AC
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania in my car. I don't think I could buy a car without air. Even if I was in wherever it was freezing year round for the one day that the sun come out, I wouldn't get it. Good question. He seemed good. He's not very talkative, but he seemed good. Asked if he could do that, which I thought was completely awesome. And he's just an awesome guy. Me and Richard kind of clicked off from the beginning, and I think that's the way it is when anybody has met him. And I'm just on YouTube. I've never met him in person. He's just a good man, good person.
Yeah, nice guy. Yeah. Did somebody
But
attack him on his channel? Yes, but then most live streams, if they're popular, get their attackers. Dave
yeah,
gets them occasionally as
but
well.
see, he had a couple of nasty ones that affected his, what he was doing. I'm retired, so they can't hurt me. So I don't have any problem with it. But I don't blame him. And if it comes to where he feels comfortable again, I'd be the first one to support him. He's still got, I don't know, he's got quite a few subs, and I'm sure they'd come right back as soon as he started up. She, okay, in October. Can ask her if she knows. Sure, why not? The more input I can get, Munwa, the better. Question, will you be buying furniture for the girls upstairs? They already have all their stuff up there. They have their beds and all.
Whatever they
Um,
wanted, huh, Dave?
yeah, pretty much. They know how to get to me. Kids they're good kids though, man. Like I said, I laid in that bed. They knew me, you know, 6, 8 months or something, not even because they were in school. But they knew that their mother loved me, and the kids are just awesome. I mean, they stayed with me, brought me water because when I got out of there, I still couldn't walk all that well. I could barely get up in a walker and get back and forth to the bathroom where they couldn't help me, and then they would bring me and cook food for me. And just great kids. They can have what they want, and they know it. Chris says sorry, but not spoiled. Okay, they're good kids. Sorry, Dave, I slept through the notification. Hey, get to sleep, brother. You need to sleep. No problem. Yeah, they did. We just went over that one, but I think that has ended, and he got away from that, and he even moved, I think, to another part close to where he was. Uh, I have a lot of fans running. Yeah, around 9,000. Yeah, he does. And Tommy was real close to him. Mitch was real close to him. That were probably his two top moderators was Tommy J and Mitch. Um, and just a good. Well, you guys know. You watched him. He's a good dude. In Thailand's come. Yeah, I know. Is that weird or what? No, that's true.
It's
I,
true,
I went
yeah.
in the truck and the one night or whatever it was, the front windshield was. I had the air conditioner on. The front windshield was fogging up. So I went over to switch it over and realized there's no heat on this thing. And I would think that they wouldn't have it. I don't see how you could possibly need heat here. But air conditioning I would want anywhere, just in case. But yes, it is
Yeah, I
true.
think in the cars that have climate control, it might have heating, which comes in
I
handy.
didn't. I don't know if my new one does or not. I'll have to look. I don't
I
know if
think
it does or not.
you just set the temperature and the car keeps it.
Raymond said I thought he posted something today. On what, on Facebook or on his channel? Raymond. Hey Tim, what's up? That's correct. uh, Tim saying yesterday, Lenoir saying, I had senior high student ask me about prostitution for a project yesterday. I was 18 years old. If he's, I don't know, was I 18 in high school? I was 17, I think. That's a good question. Dave, I have a question. You moved to Surin, which is a lot like Sisaket. I believe that my wife's got me saying "sisaket" as we drive to Ubon. The mother and father, they love the way I say it. How do you find living in a location that is quite country with little friend? I like it. I would like it better if Bobby would get off his rear and move to Surin, so I had somebody to go and have a cup of coffee with every few days, or maybe I can even have him talk him into coming to my house and making me breakfast when I wake up in the morning. I like it. If I had my druthers, I'd be by this ocean, but I don't, and it's the only thing that's not hit on my list, so I accept it totally. But it would be nice if I got out and met a few people, and that's my own fault. I haven't went out, and there's local hangouts that people are at, and if I started going to them, I'm sure I would make some friends eventually. But I do like Surin. Daniels, our cars have heaters. I gotta look and see them. Now you guys got me wondering if the new one does or not. Jake saying hi to Tim. Tani had to step away for a few. Thanks, Tommy and Jake, for the plug. I said, ask your mother. That's a good answer. I don't know if I would have thought of that or not. I'm not quick enough, I don't think. All right, Jays, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the support. We'll see you on the next one, I hope. Tim saying hi to everybody. Check out Brian's Thailand's latest. He will be building a very high-end home in Pattaya, unreal. I like watching his stuff too because normally he does a lot of solar. I think he's going to build Tom's house, Thailand Digital Nomad, and somebody else's too. I know he finished the couple that Chuck just did the video with that lives in Udon. He finished their house. So the guy is definitely a builder, no doubt. Yeah, Jake's saying get it. I know Bobby wants to. We got to convince Jai to want to come. She will. I think November is what I'm shooting for. Bobby would probably like to be here tomorrow. But, I want to, Jay. It's not his fault. I can vouch for Bobby on that one. It's definitely not his fault. I've looked at quite a few vehicles here. Haven't seen a heater yet. No heater in the Ford, I'm gathering. Tim? My pleasure. Always enjoy. Thanks. Always glad to have you, Jays. Dave, I'm the only Farang in this one horse town. There's only my wife to talk with. I love her so much, but would like to talk to her. Yeah, there's plenty of them here, Douglas. I just haven't got off my rear and went out there and met them. I'll have to see the little hooligans. All right, Uno, have a good day. Douglas, where are you at? Waza wants to know. Nope. Okay, so I'm imagining the Nissan doesn't have it either. I just can't see that they would put it in. Like I said, I don't know, in California or any place, I would never buy a car that didn't have air conditioning. And they used to make them too. Hyundai and another manufacturer made a real low-end car, 3-cylinder, I think, and it didn't have air conditioning. Because one of my cousins, through my wife's side, bought one, and I said, "What are you, insane?" "Oh, just roll down the window." Not me. Tim saying none in the family vehicles either, Honda, MG, or Mitsubishi. Now, did your wife leave yet? Tim's going to be a grandpa, and I think he's going to stay and I believe, and you can correct me, Tim. He's going to stay and make sure the house and everything gets done, and she's going to go back and be with the daughter, and then Tim, I believe, will go when the baby's born and he becomes a true grandpa. But if I'm wrong, jump in and call me a liar, Tim. Dave, if you had to buy a bike again, would you buy the Forza or the 500? No, I think I'd still buy the Forza, Douglas. I'm really impressed, and I don't need any more horsepower. Um, I think I would. There's a lot of nice 500s out there, and now they're making the. Is it? They're making a 350. What is it? ADV. They already make a 750 ADV, and they're making a 750 Forza, too. But I think the 350 is perfect. No, she's going in October. Okay, the house should be done by then, right? I'm guessing. Nothing new. Bobby's saying on the channel. And Douglas is saying Ban Pan Am. Did I say that right? I can never. I'm horrible with Thai language. Was is saying would love to chat with you, Douglas, as I'm in preparation stages of moving. There you go. Douglas, you have a channel, Douglas? I can't remember if Douglas has. Douglas have a channel, Brock? Let's see. Saying my folks bought a 63 Ford Falcon with no AC. Had to get an add-on. That sounds about right. That's what I want to say with that. I told my buddy's mom had, I think it was a Falcon wagon or something. No, it wasn't. It was a Dodge Dart wagon. It had the push-button deals on there. But I want to say it was early 60s. I think it had air conditioning, though. Yes, house should be done in August. Awesome. How long before you'll be racing? iRacing. He got me hooked on iRacing. So he hasn't been able to set it up because he's had no place to set up his steering wheel and all that kind of stuff. But he's been doing it for a long time. I'm just getting started and getting yelled at as I drive around and crash everybody. Douglas has 4 videos from 60. What I'm saying is that maybe Waza, you can go to Douglas's channel, and I'm sure maybe in something there he has his email address, and you should be able to get a hold of him. Or if Douglas wants to, or one of you want to post it, I got no problem with that. Or
No,
somebody
he's got
can.
no info there.
No info. And he's not a moderator, so neither one of them can post. Well, I guess you could type it in, right? I don't know. You could type in it if you wanted to. I'm too shy. I was too. And look what happened to me. Let's see. 4 videos. Hey, that's a start. I don't know how many I had. Mine were all no talking, no nothing. What are we into? An hour and a half. 26 people.
27 likes.
Bobby's saying no, Dave. He has to have 1K to use the about. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. It's horrible the way YouTube restricts people. I don't understand. For stuff like that, I don't understand. They don't want them to let them get monetized or whatever the case is. I understand, but to have a community page and an about page doesn't make any sense. I want to say I have a friend in Hot Province. Is that close to you? What was it? Gator Jake too shy. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you guys, with me, it's my fault. I could get out there, and there are 2 or 3 eateries here in Surin that is 90% Farang, and I could go and definitely meet people. My problem is I did meet people when I was in Costa Rica, and they were nice enough, but they were drunks. And not that that's a bad thing. It's just that they tried to, well, come on, have another drink, No, thank you. And then I finally had to tell them after, I don't know, a month or so, we kind of became friendly. I said, if you guys are going to bust my stones every time I come here, because I would drink 1 or 2 margaritas and then I would drink Diet Coke or whatever. Like, you know, here I don't get drunk. And
Morning,
then I
Mr.
said,
Mitch.
if you can't deal with that, I just won't come here anymore. Oh, no, 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 no. And they were nice enough after that. But some people can get pushy. Mitch is here? Hey, Mitch. Where are you at anyway? Are you at an undisclosed location or? Yeah, you could. Yeah, sit on the table there. Thanks. Where was this one? Jeez, I want to go visit Province Nan. Looks amazing there. She is a nurse in Bangkok. I'm truly blessed. Yeah. I don't know. What did I miss here? Yeah, I don't know. Coming around here and even when I go over to family in Ubon and stuff like that, it's nice. I mean, they're more Thai style. They're always happy to see us, especially the kids, because as soon as the kids see me, they come running up and I hand them 20 baht each, to go get ice cream or whatever they want. So they like that. But I always go. Usually the aunts and uncle I'll give 1,000 baht to when we go and visit it. And amazingly enough, they just have the rice. The uncle builds. That 1,000 baht makes a big difference to them for that particular month. They can have extra chicken or whatever. It makes a difference. So I try to every time I see an aunt or an uncle. I try to give them 1,000 baht. Douglas. Oh, he's on the Gold Coast. Undescribed location today due to my YouTube vloggers creating content. I thought you went back to Pattaya. You went back to Pattaya to take off again? That's weird. I want to see Mitch go someplace by himself. Just you and Dow. You need to go to one place by yourself and do videos. Let's see. I don't think he's with Chuck. I think I know where he is, but I won't say. Spent a lot of time in Perth and then some in Sydney, Melbourne. That's it. How's the weather?
Never been to Perth, and you spelt Sydney wrong, Douglas.
Hey,
SYD.
hey, it looks good to me, Douglas. I like that because then I'm not the only one that misspells stuff. Always great to see you, Randy. He's saying that very loosely, Mitch. Get back home, Loretta. Jake's singing. Mitch is here in Udon. Cool. Mitch is like, where is he? I'm trying to catch up now before there wasn't anything there. Yeah, that would be mine also. J East. I won't give it away completely. That would be a
Yeah,
guess.
that'd be right. He didn't stop because he would have got sick.
Yeah. And Tony, what did he say? Drove right through Saran. Yeah, I bet you did. Where are you moving to? Sisaket. About 2 years. Can you make it 1 year and 11 months? If you can, I would do it in 1 year and 11 months. That's my motto. Sorry, Mr. English teacher. That's right. Tear him up, Douglas. That's why I'm on this end of the live stream, so I can talk and I don't have to. That's why you never see me doing premieres. If I do premieres, I got to type. Probably never do a premiere. It's not going to happen. But are you on the road?
Got to get the names of our capital cities right, Douglas.
Are you on the road or are you at the undisclosed destination, Mitch?
He hasn't disclosed yet whether he is or he isn't.
Oh, that he's on the road or there? I know. I think I know where he is. I think.
Yeah.
Jake Pretty Beatles. I quit. I quit. That's a good. That's what I would quit too. You don't. You don't know.
I think he's
But you
somewhere
could
in
probably gauge
Thailand,
it.
maybe.
My guess, and I don't understand why it's a undisclosed location if it's the one I'm thinking of, because the other party has already said that they were going there. So I don't know why it would be undisclosed, but I'll be nice enough and I won't say. But
He's keeping secrets.
yeah, but I don't know why the person that I think that he's going to be with has already said where he's going to be. So I don't know. Hey Jam, how you doing? Swati crap.
ไม่ได้ดูไทยนะเพราะ
Okay.
ไทยพูดเอ็ก
What
ซ์เด
are we
ย์ไท
doing
ยไม่
there?
ได้พูดกับไทยพูด
Geez, public service now in Thailand is actively seeking native English speaking teachers, actively recruiting if anyone's interested. Really? I'll have to let some people know. I know the one, it doesn't matter where you are, right? Or is it internet or is it in person stuff? This guy's actually got a degree
Probably at
also.
schools.
He's got a degree in everything. If he was here, he could probably do it.
Yeah.
But he's not
That's
here
the
anymore.
catch. You got to have a degree.
You don't have to have a degree to teach on the internet, though, do you? I don't think. I think
Don't
you
think
do
so.
if you. Yeah, I do if you're in person. I think you do. Oh my God, she has the virus. Let's hope the dog
Yeah.
doesn't get it. Of course, he's not there
Actually,
anymore, is he? He's
Pancake's
gone.
not here.
That's right. He went to
She's
the
with her
daughters,
mum.
right? Ah,
Yeah.
คุณจะย้ายแพนเค้กเอาไหม
in person, I
ย้าย
believe.
แพนเค้ก
I'll still let him know. It's a good thing to know. No, Tommy Toto's. He has a degree for teaching in school. I thought so. Hey, this particular person has a degree to teach. So.
It's all right, Jake.
Bless
It's
him.
only a computer virus at the moment.
I don't know exactly which one it is. I never asked him. He just said he has it. But Jay East might know. Or Brock, do you know what they have to carry? Bachelors or what do they need to teach?
I think a bachelor's degree.
Oh, that's what Jay's saying. Jay's saying bachelor's
a,
Bigfoot.
a basic degree.
I need some help. We can do that. I think I got a bug on my latest clips. A bug. What is it? I don't understand. Bugs on my latest clip. Clip of what, Jim? Tuscan, Chris. Oh man, 555. Hello, everybody saying hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Is there any need for Texas slang? I have a small phone with large fingers, drinking coffee and feeding cats. Our cat took off again last night. She came home the other day. I figured she was dead. But I asked my wife, I thought she said that she had her fix. She said no. I said, you need to do that or she's going to run around. Who was saying which two on what? I'm trying to read these, but I don't know what you're saying there. Which two? Just kidding, only three. I don't know. Jakey 6. Which three? Some different language comments. The only thing, I block them only because I don't know what they say. So I block if it's in the comments and it's in like Arabic, or I don't even take the time to try to. I should probably take the time to use Google Translate to see what it says if that's what you're meaning. But I've only had two or three, and I've just kind of actually some of them go straight to my. They don't get past the deal, and I'll just leave them there. But I probably should use Google Translate if I know what language it is. In other words, do I have 4 hours to try every different Arabic deal until I know which one it is? I don't know. Usually I don't. Texas is a big country. I guess that's They can choose their language. Uh, Degrees in a school. And I don't know. I missed the twos and threes. I don't know what it was. I could probably try to scroll back, but we're up to 30 now again. So I guess I'm going to hang out for a while. I hate to take off when there's a bunch of people, especially if they're new subscribers, and you guys want to ask anything and you're just watching. By all means, jump in and ask away. Um, Mitch, will I still be able to fly my Texas flag if I come down Texas A&M flag? I think you could fly it. I know Chuck does. Oh, third degree. Ah, I see. But I know, yeah, you can fly anything you want here, I think. I don't know. I don't know if I'd fly it out front. But Chuck puts it on the wall. Robert Mack in Asia, what else did you get? People in America just don't understand how awesome 7-Eleven is in Thailand. I never knew. I mean, 7-Elevens have been around Southern California forever, and I knew nothing about Asia or Thailand. And when I got here and flew into Phuket and at night and jumped in a taxi to go over to Kamala, and that 20, 30, 40-minute drive, I passed, I don't know, 26 7-Elevens. I went, I guess they have 7-Eleven here. But it's a whole different type thing. They sell everything in the 7-Elevens here. Some of the 7-Elevens, at least the old ones from years ago, were didn't sell everything. What's Douglas Dave? When I tag my wife on Facebook, I have to translate the 100+ comments in Thai. Yeah, it's Thai's easy because I can see that and I know that it's Thai. But some of the stuff that I've seen, it would probably take me a while to figure out what language it was. Then, is the translator really going to tell me what it's really saying? So I don't know. The 2 or 3 I get since I started, I'll say sorry for the people if they're still watching. I don't know. I don't know what they said.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets it right.
Bruxelles.
Sometimes it doesn't.
I bet the dollar renamed to the bot store would go good in Thailand. Yeah, what is it? Anybody know what it is today? 35.3 something? I don't know anymore. To the U.S. dollar.
Don't know.
I just say at 7-Eleven here in Thailand the same as in the U.S. I rarely step in a 7-Eleven in the U.S., but they have everything, and the prices are better than the supermarkets. Yeah, and it's just the opposite in the States. The prices are more expensive than the supermarkets. Definitely their major store here, short of trying to get vegetables and stuff like that. But most of the people the Thais anyway that I see, they get their stuff there, and they get all their other stuff from the night market or the green market or whatever, all their whatever else, their meats, their vegetables, everything else they get there. When I arrived there in May, as soon as I arrived 2 a.m., dropped my bags in the hotel room and headed straight for the 7-Eleven. No doubt, no doubt. Well, like, I know Chuck has tried to tell people probably 20 times that I know of since I've been watching him that you don't need to bring everything but the kitchen sink here. The things that you need to bring are the stuff that's expensive. Maybe your sunscreen and, your toothpaste and your toothbrush. The rest of the stuff you can get here. You can get combs. You can get everything at the 7, pretty much. So if you do come, you don't have to have. Like Mitch had said before, I like to travel most of the time with just my one carry-on. But traveling from the U.S., I take everything because I'm bringing crap for everybody else here in Thailand. But which is okay. I got 35.5 yesterday. Wow. And Mitch saying 35.48. Wow, I need to trade some. I'll keep jacking around pretty soon. I'm going to go, yeah, I procrastinated and I only got 33. Great job, Tim. I'm sending money today. Yeah, it would be good, I think. Some say it's going to go up, but Dave, I watched for a long time before I started commenting. Yeah, and that's fine too, Raymond. And I don't blame people as long as they want to watch. But if they do have questions, don't feel shy as long as they're, respectable and no cussing and just a question about Thailand. There's a bunch of people that would be more than happy to help you out if they can. But it makes sense, and I done that in the past too. When I first started watching YouTube, I was the same way. And Robert saying, Jace, we did also water, snacks, rest, and macro. Yeah, some of the bigger stuff my wife gets at. Well, the Thai people here, and if you're here, you're probably with a significant other. They know everybody. They know the guy that brings the propane for the same price. They know the guys that will bring you water. You pay the same price that you pay in macro, but they'll bring it to your house, deliver it, bring it in, stack it, and so they know everybody. Thank God I have my wife. And Douglas saying, Tim, every time I look at these stream rate dips, so I asked my wife to look.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yes, sir. Or Big C. Yeah, my wife likes to get vegetables and all that kind of stuff from the green market or the night markets or the markets. And then she will go to Big C or Macro twice a month or something to get some of the stuff that you can only get at those locations. It's really weird too. Some of the places, I couldn't get there. I had to go to Lotus because they're the only one that carries this brand stuff. But my wife gets pretty much everything from Macro and Big C. Thanks, CC service and many goodies. Yeah, that's true. For phones and everything like that, when you go walk into a Big C or whatever like that, they have all that stuff out in front of you. You can get a lot of stuff done, especially if you're new to Thailand.
We got a
Yes,
we got a
I could
phone
get
shop
them.
in town that we do our SIM shopping in. They look after us well.
Yeah, the stuff that I get now, like we'll go this afternoon. We're going to go to the government hospital because that's where my doctor set it up. We pay an extra 500 baht, $15, and we get rushed in at 3 o'clock and out by 5. So it's the same as going to the. He works at both places. The private hospital that I went, where I spent the 3 months in the hospital. But he said this one of the medications that he has me on, I believe it's the blood thinner, so it's not the rat poison. He wants me to be on that one, and it's outrageous if I buy it in the any other place through the government hospital for some reason. So we go there every 3 months and get it. But when I got here, the medications that I was on from my doctor in the U.S., I could buy all of them over the counter at any pharmacy, pretty much any pharmacy. Dave, did you buy your tickets to the States? No, I have not. They have skyrocketed, so I will go to, per Douglas, I will go to my Just Fly app, and I think I have it for October 7th through the 28th, which is basically the whole month. Last time I checked, they were 680, 670, something like that. And come on, internet. Let's see. Robert saying hi to Bill. He's saying what had mixed results. $676.37. So they haven't changed for at least October, Douglas. But now I found out I got to change this, so I'm either going to go October to November. In fact, I should check it now. The kids have the whole month of October off, so I don't want to leave when the kids are going to be here. So, had mixed results with True in Bangkok before. Had AIS. My wife will kill me for saying this. I had AIS and had no problem whatsoever. and I'm on TOT, and it's okay. But my home stuff I don't like, and my internet, uh, for my phone I don't like. AIS I think's a
AIS is
ticket.
pretty stable.
Yeah, I've
It's
had
quite good.
never had any problem with them. Misinformation is key on YouTube, Jace. I've been to the U.S. for 3 days already. Yeah, I know that's not true. He ain't going to the U.S. Bill
Yeah,
Clark.
Mitch is deflecting there. He's actually in Cyprus. I've got a tracker on his phone.
Bill Clark. I've been kind of quiet lately on the move. Hey, no problem, Robert. Uh, Dave, we go to Chiang Mai once per month for shopping at Macro. Yeah, do you have a big? Do you have a chest top freezer? I was thinking about getting one here because I wanted to get some of the Australian beef and stuff like that, and meats and stuff like that, and store them. Because in my mother-in-law, she just has a top one. They're starting to use my freezer on my side by side. I'm thinking about just getting a chest freezer for out in the Thai kitchen to put all the stuff in. They're not that expensive. 1310 US for wife to fly round trip to Washington D.C. Wow, it's expensive. In what, in October? Tell her she's now flying to LAX and she can rent a $20 a day car to drive to. Oh no, Washington D.C. I'm thinking Washington State. Uh, wow. Well, I know Chuck said it was really expensive too. In the past, round trips were 800. Yeah, I heard that. This man, I'm going to say that even on China Air or Air China that I used to fly, the cheapest I ever got was like $560, or maybe 550. So this isn't far off for me. And this is, what is it? Philippine Airlines. And I didn't look at the hours to get there and stuff. Really appreciate it. I used to pay less than that premium economy. Guess not anymore. Yeah, I don't think so. Uh, Australian bot against the bot. Is that good? I don't know.
No, that's not good.
That's not good.
Not good at all.
American Airlines lets many of their staff go during the. Now they are severely short-staffed. Yeah, I think it'll take them a little while to get caught up. Obviously,
It's
Philippines and stuff over here that are flying there, they probably had their birds pretty much in the air, pretty much their
it's
whole
a,
fleet. So
it's the
they
same
probably
problem
didn't do well.
everywhere. UK's choked at the airports because they don't have staff and pilots and planes. Australia's got the problem, and our airline Qantas just loses all your bags. Good morning,
I
Uncle
agree,
Craig.
Douglas. I say AIS. I've heard this. I say AIS. I would have to. Big chest freezer is a must. Yeah, and that's what I think I'm going to do here because I want to buy a nice barbecue for out here, charcoal one, and but one with a smoker, and get some because most of that Aussie beef and stuff already frozen. And to tell you the truth, I mean I'm a dead set against freezing anything. And if you get a good cut of beef and you don't try to defrost it in water or in the microwave or whatever, if you leave it, take it from the freezer, put it in the refrigerator till it defrosts, take it out of the refrigerator, leave it out till it reaches room temperature, maybe an hour or so, and cook it, damn good. I've had good luck that way. Hey, there he is. How you doing, Craig? Morning to you. I just threw away half of my 600 USD round trip in the trash. I forgot to reschedule the booking Seattle to Singapore return flight. Oh, that sucks. Everybody saying hi to Uncle Craig. Make sure it's not frost free. Get the old school freezer. Why? Frost free
In
no good?
Thailand, you'd wind up with the freezer full of ice. You wouldn't be able to get your meat out of it.
If it wasn't frost free?
Yeah,
I don't
You'd
know.
wind up with all
Ounces are
frozen
right.
condensation every time you open the lid.
Well, if you're with Dow, why don't you get Dow to kick you in the A? That way you don't have to worry. I'll kick you if you come to Surin, but you just won't come to Surin. Jason. He'll forget what a day was in Thailand. Yeah, it. I don't know, man. If everybody, it's a bummer that people can't come. Um, I'm imagining that if none of this stuff had transpired, Brock would have been here months ago for his 2, 3, 4 month stay, however long he stays.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would have been here. Robert would have been to Vietnam 2 years ago, and I mean, I'm hoping that people are gonna July 1st hits and they just start flooding back into Southeast Asia. The people could use the support, the money, they need that money, man, and they've done well. Like I said, the Thai people are some of the most resilient people I've seen. I mean, they don't go to the government and say, "Give me money, give me money." They go out and grab fish out of whatever pond and river and lake and anything that they can to feed their family, or they grow their rice and eat rice, and they do what they do what they have to do to survive, and they're well deserved a good influx of foreigners and vacationers here in Thailand to give them a giant kick in the rear. They deserve that. Dave, do you know your meat? Yeah, I do.
Go to Macro for your meat, Bob Mac. They've got
It's
good
not bad.
Australian hearty beef there.
I've gotten some really good cuts of beef there. The only thing I don't like is they only want to cut it at like half inch, and I like 3/4 of an inch, at least an inch, because I like my stuff rare, and it's hard to do with anything that's this thin. It's just hard to do. Is it impossible? No, but it's hard to do. Real hot grill, and hit it on each side, and that's it. Maybe put it in the oven and let it finish. I hate to
Australian
say.
beef doesn't usually come 1 inch thick, Dave. We don't eat it that big.
Yeah, you guys are like half inch, right? Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I'm kind of curious to get it. I got to get some, but I got a couple of them that were half inch thick, and they were fine. They were good. Uh, from Macro. Mitch gets a lot there, I believe. I hate to say the pricing, many people will go elsewhere. Yeah, I don't know what the flights are like to go to Mexico and stuff like that. That's the only place that I would think would be cheaper for people in the U.S. Mexico would probably be a deterrent for to go, but I don't know. They've had a lot of problems in Mexico, so I don't know if people are going to do it. But like for me, if they're coming from L.A., 600 and what did I say it was? 676, $676. That round trip, um, that's not so bad. Douglas is saying, Craig, I have a Carry Express package arriving today. Home delivery is great. Quality may vary. I I buy everything. I've got 4 things coming from Lasada now that I bought. I bought a power bank. I'm gonna buy a 20-liter ice chest that has an actual compressor in it, and but I bought that, and I bought 3 things. That little fan that's here, it already got here. The other 2 things are coming from China, so it'll be 50-50 whether I get it or not. I want grain fed over grain fed every time, over grass fed. Yeah, we always grain fed our stuff too. I am humbled by the resiliency of the Thai people, considering. Yeah, exactly. It is amazing, Jace. Amazing. I know I am, but sometimes people say, well, you're not hard to amaze. But when I see 90-year-old ladies out after dark pulling up grass and shoving it into bags to either feed their cow or sell, they're resilient. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Quick stop as I got to go
Hey,
to the
Mark.
pub for a working lunch. 22 days to go. Hope I'll see you there. My sister took the family to Cabo last week. No worries. From the States, do you know I'm curious. I mean, I could go on here and look and see what vacations are. When I went to Mexico, I usually went on cruises, the 7 or 10 day cruise out of Long Beach, I think it was. I didn't. We used to go to Cabo all the time, but I haven't been to Cabo in shit. I hate to say, 15 years maybe. Well, been to Cabo as a stop, but not as a direct destination on a plane. But I enjoyed Mexico. A lot of people would turn out and said they're cutting people's heads off and stuff, and which they do. But you got to remember, those kids with those M16s will kill people if they come after you. They don't want any kind of negative. That's, 3/4 of their money comes from people coming there to vacation, from tourists. So they don't want any bad press. So I felt comfortable every time I was there. But I'm different. You bought an alligator for the pond. Did you get hurt putting it in there? How big was it? I'll wait for the video. Alligator or crocodile? Jake wants to know.
Asking for a friend, yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to Bison in August. Got a friend with lots of bison on 44 by Missouri. He said it's much better for you to stock up in the freezer. It's supposed to be a leaner meat, I believe. A lot less fat is what my understanding is on bison. Same thing with ostrich. Ostrich was supposed to be the next red meat, but it doesn't get produced as much as they thought they were going to. Now alligator and stuff seems to be coming. I know who did one. I watched Icy and Rides for Kicks video, and they had alligator on a stick.
No, crocodile,
anything
though,
on
not
stick.
alligator.
Was it crocodile? Yeah, same thing, ain't it? Same taste.
No.
No,
Crocodile's a bigger bite here.
no. Yeah, but I'm saying tasting wise, it's pretty much the same. Isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think tasting wise, it's the same. Let's see. No alligators in Thailand. That was Uncle Craig. We have what? 8 to 10 running around our house. Alligators? Less cholesterol. That's what I heard too, Robert. I really don't want to let him in, but we'll let him in.
I wouldn't. I
Hey.
wouldn't trust that guy.
Hey, brother, what are you doing?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, it's a fake. Oh, it's a fake one to scare the birds. Hey, good idea.
It's a
good
bot. I've had crocodile here on a stick.
It's not bad, right?
Loved
Did you
it.
have it with? Did you have it with Icy?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, see, he
No,
did.
no. The question is, did she have it with me?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Quite a
Hello,
few
everyone.
monitor lizards. I wonder if monitor lizards good. Can you eat that?
Oh, it did, huh? They've got.
What-
I'm reading Raymond's comment about ostrich farming in Texas. I've had
Flop.
ostrich in Seattle at Zeke's Drive-In, ostrich burger
Yeah.
up by Sky Comish. I don't know if any of you guys.
It
know
was
where
the
that's
same
at.
thing back, I want to say, 30 years ago. Me and my brother-in-law, my wife, and everything, we looked into it. You could buy eggs and incubators and, but I want to say a breeding, and this is off the top of my head, male and female was like $20,000 or $30,000. It was not a cheap thing to get into. I could be wrong, but it was a lot of money.
Where is my? There we go.
English is one person had multiple fake identifications. What is this?
Fucky.
What is that?
Fooky. It's a lens cleaner for my glasses.
I
I
was
bought it just
wondering-
because of the name.
White Trim says Douglas Wayne. That one person had multiple
So say
fake
this.
identifications.
Say this and then say $5.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Spectacular lean
Hey,
lens
T
cleaner.
just sent me a picture here. Let's see what Mr. T.
Laser
Dynoma.
tongue,
Oh, look at
grape,
that.
Honey mustard. One of the best.
Right on. Bon appetit.
It's all just meat when you dip it in hot pepper and fish sauce. I have to agree with you, Craig. You know what? Do they make an alligator that's actually a remote control robot? I bet you they
Why
do.
not?
That would be fun to chase them around in the water.
I just watched a short video of some guy in the States. I don't know the name, but he's really, really, really popular gator guy. And he donned a prototype gator suit thingy, and he says, "Okay, I'm gonna swim up to the gators in the pond." I mean, holy smokes! Takes a lot of
Maniac.
gonads for that, or lack of brains.
I don't know if it's a delicacy, but I think it's good. It's not bad, but I don't know if it tastes like Wagyu beef. But I don't think there's anything wrong with field rat. Now, New York rat, I might not eat New York rat.
Yeah,
I
just
think rat would taste like rat, not like beef.
have I shared those pictures of the rats where I had rat?
You showed them to me, but
The
if you
the
got them, put
live
them
ones
up.
where the guys actually farm raising them.
I
My
think you
friend's
showed them
brother.
both, didn't you? Already dead and alive. I
Yeah,
think you did.
I don't know because of my
Yeah.
I didn't show them dead.
Eating
If
rats.
it's on
But see,
my plate, then it's acceptable.
I'd rather see them eat rats than dogs. So I don't know if they still do that in Vietnam, but I know they do in China.
Yeah, these
And
rats
I don't dig
were
that.
like literally raised in a pen, fed a proper diet.
Just like they do rabbit, right? They
Yeah,
do
yeah.
rabbit
It's
the same
not
way.
like just fend for yourself, and then we're just gonna catch you. You know.
You know, it's really weird when I was in, because Douglas just said no one eats monitor lizard with webbed feet, but they do eat the jungle lizards. In Costa Rica, the Costa
Yeah, yeah.
Ricans did not eat the, what are they called? The iguanas?
Iguana.
But right next door in Nicaragua, delicacy. They'd eat them as many as they could catch. In Costa Rica, they didn't eat them. I don't know why. They have alligator here. That is a remote control. They do? Yeah, I think you need to get one of those, Craig. I think that'd be a trip. You could do a whole video on hiding in a blind, and then when the birds come in, chase them with that alligator. I'll stick with freshly grilled seafood. You're probably the smart one.
I love the
Jace.
seafood, man. Love it.
Hey, Simply, how you doing? Glad you could make it by. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate it.
Ben, yeah, that's it, Ben.
Ben, oh, the rat movie? Yeah,
Yeah,
Pizza Rat.
Pizza.
Yeah, New York, now,
In the New York.
these rats, these field rats that Mitch, if he brings up that picture, we'll see. They're big rats, but I don't think I've seen any bigger than the sewer rats from New York.
I'm trying to see if I have.
I could be wrong.
I know I have them on my phone. Let me grab this.
China banned it now in 2020. The commercial sale and slaughter of dog has been banned. That's good. Thank God. You know what it was bad too? It's not so much that I get to the point where killing any animal I feel is bad, but boy, man, I would miss a steak. So I guess I'm a hypocrite of some sort, but I seen some videos and stuff where China was saying if you torture the dog and electrocute it, the meat tastes better. So we're going to torture this poor dog, and then we're going to kill it.
I had it,
that kind of stuff.
Douglas. I had it in 1981. I had it in Malaysia, and in
Dog or rat?
dog.
Dog, yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And then in
Vietnam was taken. I don't know if they do. Robert Mack, does Vietnam still
prior to that, when I was a kid, I
Eat
had it
dog?
in Mexico.
eat dog on the sly?
Hmm.
I saw what?
But that's people. You talk about that, it's like, oh my god.
I saw a UE.
I wouldn't do it now.
UHH for sale in Thailand. What is that? 950,000 US.
Quarter
Anybody
million.
wanna go ask? That's not bad price. What is that? 28,000?
Oh wow, that
something
sounds
like
great, Tim. Wish I could fly one.
28 grand. I bet you there's a crap load of UE pilots here in Southeast Asia.
I know how to
that are
fix
still
them.
here.
Okay, a line from a
Rocco
movie.
goes.
Here we go. You ready?
Subway rats, yeah.
Tim's talking about a Huey for sale.
Yes. 950.
Line in the movie was, How much for the helicopter? $3 million. Oh, how much to rent it? $3 million. Name a movie.
Apocalypse Now?
Nope. Nope. Nah.
Might have been Air
Harrison
America.
Ford. Harrison Ford was in it. I believe it was Clear and Present Danger.
Ah, yes.
Get that
In the
helicopter.
Philippines. It was like a beaver. Did you
Yeah.
ever find? Did you find the pictures of those rats, Mitch, or no?
I'm looking now. I'm
I almost
too busy
drew my
flapping
weapon.
my jaws. And, if I had this stuff organized, it would be like right at my fingertips.
Craig, they fed my Cobra and Cobra's Bourbon white whiskey, and then said good for mental health. It just made me vomit.
I've never had Cobra. I've had rattlesnake in the U.S. though.
Rattlesnake's pretty good. I thought anyway. I thought it was good.
Yeah, that was in Texas. My uncle. Ooh,
In
ice
North
cream.
Vietnam, they used to. My wife's family never touched it, but they're from the south. Yeah, I think most of the stuff was in the north.
No, we're just gonna go way down.
I agree.
Holy smokes! I've been in a lot of places.
They have
This
a
phone
dog
holds a lot of
catcher for
stuff.
the days. They love cat in Vietnam. I heard cat too. I don't know, man. There's so much stuff to eat that's raised for that. Like I said, I guess I'm a hypocrite. I don't know. If I can eat cow but don't want to see dogs eaten. But I never had a cow for a pet either. So, I don't know.
So in South America, they raise guinea pigs because they grow rapidly and
No
they
surplus.
breed rapidly. And they taste
Yeah,
good.
South America, guinea pigs, very popular.
In Vietnam, if
And
they
they eat
see
the
a
food
snake, they
found
will
them.
catch it,
Let
cook
me
it.
just pick them all and share them.
So that's why snakes are not seen much in Vietnam. They eat them. The I was on a roof in downtown Los Angeles. I get a call from my wife up on a hill. I had a nice house up on a hill, and I had a couple of black labs and a brown lab, and I could hear them just barking crazily. And my wife said, "There's the dogs have a rattlesnake, a big rattlesnake. It said about 5.5, 6 feet long, and huge, round. They got it trapped up against the house on the side of the house." And I said, "Well, I'm 2 hours away. I'm not going to make it there." She goes, "Okay, I'm going to call the fire department." So when I got home, she called me later and said, "Okay, they took care of it." When I got home, my wife goes, I said, "So what happened?" He said, "The fireman came up, and he said he looked at me like I was, crazy or something, and said, 'Just have to let you know, lady, we're going to kill the snake.' She said, 'That's what I called you for, to kill the effing snake.'" And the guy started laughing. He said, 90% of the people that call us to come up to get the snake, they want us to catch it live. We don't do that. They killed the snake, they skinned it, left me the skin, and they took the meat and took off. But my wife said, "Yeah, kill the effing snake." That's why I called you. But he said, 90% of the people don't want you to harm the snake. They want you to catch it and release it back into the wild. That ain't
Gets
happening.
me around my area. There are actually people who complain about the amount of mice or rats in their house. They use a humane trap to catch the thing, and then they go down the road 200 metres and release it into the bush, and then complain about they've got rats again. I wonder why.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, and why can I? Oh, there it is.
Douglas Williams. In the top north of Vietnam, where the poor, they eat anything, dog, snake, rat. And in certain instances, I mean, if I had to feed my family and the only source that I had was a dog, the dog's dead. So, I mean, there's certain instances. If it's for your survival, it's a whole different ball game. But like in China, to torture them because the meat tastes better and then kill them, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
You're just a sick
If you don't
bastard.
kill it, if you kill
Yeah,
it,
they're
you
just
kill it.
sick. Yeah, they're just serial killers.
Jay East asked a question about who you call to get rid
What
of
do you
the
call them, Tom?
stuff. There's a company in Patty. I don't know the name of it. I've seen their trucks, but they go out and they'll do.
Do 'em.
They don't
I
call
wanna
it
say
rodent. They
that-
call it. I don't know something.
They do
they'll
have
come
the
out and they'll
people
take
there.
beehives and
Out here in Nissan,
Snakes, rats, whatever.
I
They'll
want to
catch
say
them
that
and take care of 'em.
every Thai person here will take care of their own snakes. Whether they kill them, catch them, shoo them off, whatever. You got to figure the people out here, the farmers, they've been dealing with these snakes for what, 1,000 years? 1,000
Yeah.
years they've been, dealing with snakes. They don't in the city. If you're, there in your condo and down in your little area, there's a snake. There is a company that will go around and get the snake. In Isan and out in the farmlands and stuff, these people have been dealing with them for hundreds of years. They don't
There's a
need
picture
anybody
for
to
you.
help them.
250 baht per kilo on the live.
Let me see if I can make it bigger. Wow, that
Yeah.
wasn't much, was it? Is that big?
Yeah. Here, now I'm gonna scroll through. Now I might get the wrong picture, but here, let me see here. This is if it is, it's from. Okay, there's that one. Okay.
I've got my button on the remove.
See, they grow them in the
In those tanks? Or
yeah,
those
they're actually
concrete?
just rings for like a manhole, right?
Right, concrete
You
ring.
stack them and then they put a little lid on them, and there you go.
a good-sized
and,
rat.
And then, yeah, I've got a bunch more pictures with them eating veg and stuff. And then the next one here is it's safe for work. Joe sent this.
Santa
Yeah.
in a G-string.
Yes, the other day we were talking about that. Anyway, there you go. There's some rats for you right there. Those are not the kind of rats you just find in the
No,
in the alley.
and they're healthy. They're good.
Lot
I
of
don't know.
meat.
I didn't see a problem with them.
Yeah,
I do need anything that has its head.
yeah.
still
Quick Kill's good.
attached. Robert
The other
Mack,
day we
are
were
you-
talking about Santa and Dave and in a Speedo, blah blah blah, on the beach, and then he sent me that, and I never got it up there.
Actually, no. Let's see, Jake. Actually, no. Thailand is about 25 years. Dave, my friend, has a house in the Shadow Hills. Every year he comes across rattlesnakes. This house that I bought on the top of 5 acres, it was a custom built home. It was awesome. Big driveway wrapping around the hills. Stone with lights. It was a nice house. But when they built it, the pool in the backyard had shifted. They didn't compact and do something right. This was before I bought it.
Wood rats.
And they dug it all out, refilled it, recompacted it, and just put in a lawn. The pool was gone. On the side of the hill, on the back side, they had a piece of concrete out there that they used to have the pool equipment on. Well, after I found that one snake there and we saw 2 or 3 other snakes, I went out there. There was a den behind and underneath where the earth had eroded, and there was a whole den of rattlesnakes there. Probably 25, 30 rattlers in there, and big ones too. That was fun. Hey Maui, how you doing? Glad you could make it. And so he said, no, I don't need to talk. Me either. Gonna ship in one piece at a time. I must have missed something, Tim. Sorry. I'm trying to scroll through these. I'm behind. We call them wood rats. Maybe in survival. Yeah. I don't know. In survival, I'd probably eat stuff that as
They are way
as
cuter
same.
than the New York type of rats, that's for sure. Definitely.
Hockey game's still going. Overtime. Simply.
I love squid, but at the dried, I just man,
Tide,
that's some
huh?
potent stuff.
Way cuter than on the New York type. Yeah. Yeah. Some of those subway rats you're talking about are some ugly, nasty looking bastards. Talking of food, we just got a carry delivery. I thought it was mine, but it was dried fish and squid. That's the one you were just reading. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, I got your
Maui.
order.
I see.
Yeah, can you hang on to that order for me till I get there?
I told my wife about the shot glass with the hot stuff in it, and you turn the squid upside down and drown it,
Yeah.
and then it spits the ink into it, and then you're supposed
Yeah.
to eat it. I said, no, it's probably not something I'm going to eat.
I've done it. I tell you, it's not good.
No.
No, it's not like, oh gosh, I just gotta have it.
Let's see what's it saying. I saw this Indonesian wet market on another
Oh,
YouTube
wow.
channel I subscribed to. They actually had some dog and other stuff there. It was insane. Yeah, I'm not big on the dog stuff, the media. I don't know. In my old age, I've become a little soft anyway. And then, like I said, if I didn't love having a steak once a month or every once in a while, uh, I just like meat. You know, I'm a meat eater. But I don't have any problem with a chicken or fish or even a cow or a lamb
Yeah,
or
like
anything
why?
like that. That's what they
Douglas.
raise them for.
She
What's
looked at me
that?
like, why? Why would you throw that out?
Please throw it out. All right, what's it?
Oh, no
If you
kidding,
live
Craig.
in the village, you should make a short list of
dial.
phone numbers. The snake guy and the guy to help you when you chop your hand off. The police guy, etc. So no one's around.
Pretty hard to dial when you have a stump, though.
Like we
You
were
gotta put
talking
a
the other
stick in your
day.
mouth and-
If I do take
Okay.
off on the Forza, I'm going to put something on my chest. My name's Dave. Call my wife. Here's the phone number. So in
Yeah, just
case
put
I
it in the closet
go down.
in the master bedroom. That's a good, cool, dry, cool place in the closet to store that squid.
Now,
Trust
Jay
me, no
East,
moths will
Jay
fly
East,
in
you
there.
met, right, right, Mitch? You met
Huh.
Jay East at no? Who did you meet
That
at
way,
Wombat?
oh, fuck, I don't know, man.
At Wombat.
I'm drunk right now.
I thought you did. Jay East, didn't you meet Mitch
But
at the
Jay's-
Wombat? I thought you did. He said he'll be back in September.
September.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I did.
He's
We're,
laughing.
I don't know. Some people just don't stick in my head, Dave.
Yeah, like me. But- and
Like
then some provinces don't either. Like
It's all
like,
been
Surin.
Photoshopped. Though
Surin.
Dave and I seeing each other. It's just all been Photoshopped.
Yeah, we never met yet, but yes, I had the honor to meet him. I know I saw the pictures.
The honor was
but,
mine.
What did you say? You're coming back in September? Well, good. I hope to meet up with you. I'm going to be in and out over around that area.
Shot my
I
hand,
hope.
call doctor. Oh, yeah, no kidding. There you go, Chris. That's the way to do it.
What's that?
Use Siri. You say, hey,
Use
Siri, call
Yeah,
for
cut
help.
my hand. Yeah, I still got the. There we go. Okay, now I'm back on my.
Yeah.
Jay,
Yeah, it's, oh, man. It is just
Million Rot. Well, you,
potent strong.
my
Have
wife.
you ever
We went
been
out
to a place where they make the fish paste or the fish sauce
I don't
in the
like
big
fish
ceramic
sauce. See, I'm
pots? You know,
I'm not big into fish sauce, but we
I
went.
mean, it's just like
We went.
rotten. But I'll
we
use
went to
fish
lunch.
sauce.
We went to lunch
So make
that
the
I
news
think
rotten.
I told you guys about. On my
Oh,
wife's
wow.
birthday, I took everybody to a nice
Tasty.
restaurant inside, and she bought this big bottle of orange juice. And I said, "Oh, that sounds good." Poured me a big glass, her mom a big glass, and her a big glass. And I took one sip out. I said, "This stuff's off. It's bad." Her mother said, "No, it's fine." She said,
The
"No,
white
it's
cat.
fine."
Oh my
And
god!
I'm going, "The stuff's off." I gave her my glass back. I said, "The stuff's no good." I guess they have iron stomachs. I don't know. I mean, I thought I had a cast iron stomach, but I'm not going to eat something that smells or tastes off. I won't do it.
World War II England, they called cat roof rabbit.
Roof rabbit.
When times, yeah, when they pretty much ate all the cats because they were so, food shortages.
Meat. Yeah, meat is meat.
Hey man, you need source of protein.
Which one? This looks. throw
Are
it
you
out.
ting tong? Yeah, no kidding.
See what Robert's saying. My wife's family's friends make fish sauce in Vietnam, one of the largest manufacturers and distributors. Stinks.
Yeah.
I'm not big on fish sauce. They put a little bit in some of the stuff that I have, but
Sure.
and I know Joe's not either, because I've heard Joe countless of times on videos telling, don't put some fish sauce. You don't
Just
like
a lot of
it.
sodium.
Yeah, too. I gotta watch. I don't know what they made me. There's something over there on the. on the table.
The aroma is stronger than durian. Yes, it is.
Did you eat durian?
Oh yeah, I've eaten durian.
What
I
do
better
you,
get
what'd
it
you
on
think?
film though, huh?
What do you think? I ain't gonna even try it.
To me,
I can't get past my
it is
nose.
so. I don't know. For some, it's gag reflex, whatever. But
Right.
it's like Vegemite, and you know how it's all. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's not that
That
bad.
doesn't taste like
That's the way
Vegemite
my
at all,
wife
Mitch.
is too. I just can't get past the
I'd
smell.
rather eat Vegemite though than durian. Durian's just rich. For me, it's rich. It's like, oh,
My wife every night.
if I
I'll
eat
be
that,
sitting there.
that's it. I'm done.
She'll shove her phone in my face. Look, they have durian for sale. Can I order? Can I order? They would eat it every day, 3 times a day, if they could. All of
Yeah.
them. The kids, my mother and father-in-law, and my wife. And my wife
All right,
also has
Gator.
a cast iron stomach, Maui. Same thing.
Yeah,
And
just
the
30
family.
socks,
The whole
man.
family.
So you kind of got to
See,
close your, take your
Oh, you
medicine.
don't eat fish? You don't eat fish or shellfish. Man, shellfish, I think you're missing out on some of the best stuff in the world.
Yeah, I know a lot of people here that can't eat shellfish.
Yeah, they're allergic, right? Isn't Paige
Mm-hmm.
allergic to some
Yep.
stuff? No?
And
My wife's family
Fa
has
doesn't eat
durian,
pineapple.
durian trees in the backyard. No.
That's like, really? Well, yeah, she does not eat pineapple. Can't stand it.
Wow. Durian tastes okay. It just smells like, yeah.
It's like people
I can't
who
even
eat
have them eat it
coriander.
in the house. I can't have them. They eat it, they have to eat it outside. So, got to go outside. I let them eat it in the house one time.
See you, Jake.
House stunk for a day. Is Jake leaving? All right, Jake, take it easy.
They got to eat it outside and downwind.
I tried durian
Yeah.
a couple of nights ago and it smells worse, but I really didn't care for it.
If I eat
Chuck
McDonald's
likes
in
it
the
too.
States,
Chuck likes it.
like a quarter pounder with cheese, 40
Mm-hmm.
minutes later, give or take, I'm in the toilet.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I don't know.
will
I haven't
not.
been back in.
It's just
It's going to be
the way
3
it is.
years here pretty soon. Another couple of months, it'll be 3 years since I've been back to the States. So I don't know. But I'll tell you, you want to know exactly where the first place I'm going to go?
McDonald's.
2 hamburgers
Costco.
with extra secret sauce and 2 tacos for 99 cents. And at Jack in the Box.
Oh, Jack in
that's
the
my,
Box. Yeah, there
That's
you go.
that's my one-eyed Jones the most.
I
I never
OD'd
eat
on
it.
Jack in the Box
but-
way back in the day. My sister worked there, and we'd order like $2 worth of something, and you'd get a whole big bag of. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to
That was
wake
I
up
was a teenager then, 40 years ago.
after a good drunk night
EpiPens.
out.
That's a good idea. We should all carry an EpiPen or two, because
Yeah, allergic.
you can become allergic to like bee stings or something, and you've never been allergic to them in the past, but next thing you know, your body has changed, and then you can be allergic to it.
Well, it could be.
So yeah, smart idea. Maybe I should look into that. Taking a note, making a note. Let's see. I got Wise. I got EpiPen. Good idea.
Or
Better have it and
Zyrtec.
not need it.
Get a packet of Zyrtec. It's an
Let's see,
antihistamine. That's good to eat as well.
Let's see. Viagra. Oh,
Good
is that my
idea.
inside voice? My
Loretta,
outside voice.
get some good seafood. I think freshwater shrimp are different from saltwater.
Yeah.
Some of them call
Yes.
them prawns, but yeah, they're definitely
Benadryl.
different
Good. No
species.
kidding. No kidding.
Yeah, Benadryl would be the
For
easiest.
bug
thing.
bites and what have you.
Yeah,
Um,
good idea.
maybe even
Rob.
some Dramamine. I don't get car sick or seasick, but you never know. Someone you're with might.
In-N-Out Burger. My niece moved
In-N-Out
to
Burger, yeah.
Colorado, and they didn't have In-N-Out Burger. And there, she's been there, I don't know, 10 years now. And every trip that they would make
Yes.
back to California, that was the first place next to Vegas or wherever the first one was coming from Colorado. That's where they went. Whole family, In-N-Out Burger. I said,
Yeah.
that's what you care about? In-N-Out Burger. Yep.
Raymond.
In-N-Out Burger.
So, yeah, freshwater versus saltwater. Yeah, huge difference.
Yes. Favorite
I'll tell you
smoothie?
what. I've been having a
Banana pineapple
mango
sounds pretty
mango yogurt smoothie last couple times I've had a smoothie have been a mango yogurt smoothie. It's just
I would
I love
probably add.
pineapple and I love banana too. So
I'd probably add strawberry to that too.
God dang it, man! It's
Strawberry, banana, pineapple,
strawberry, coconut. Oh man, coconut's
chocolate
good.
chip.
There's a lot of good
or
stuff
whatever.
here.
And strawberries are not so good.
What is it?
The
There's
strawberries
strawberries
aren't
and
as good
pineapple.
as
There,
like
you know,
what we
I've
get at
seen
Costco.
some
They're-
really good ones, and I've seen the normal ones that you're talking about. They do have some here that look good and are good, and they do have some crap, but you can get good ones. Most of the time, they just use syrup, and that's the ones I stay away from. Like a mango, whatever, they use mango. If you go to a good place, they use banana and
Use the
pineapple.
fruit.
You guys
yeah.
ever heard of
Yeah.
Sherry's Berries in the States?
Sounds familiar.
Sherry's Berries. It's a mail order. You get like a dozen roses, but they're actually strawberries. You can have them chocolate dipped and stuff. They're great for anniversaries and what have you. I used to get that every year from my ex.
I'm trying to remove the picture of the rats, and it says kick from studio, and I push it and it says kick Mr. Mitch, because both of your names are
Oh,
Mr. Mitch.
stop
So
sharing.
I'm
Okay,
not
there we
going to
go.
take
Um,
okay.
There is a little like I don't know if an oil or something that Paige. I have
Good
some
idea,
here
Loretta.
somewhere, but that you can put on those burns and it stops the itching, stops the burning.
The
like,
little
almost
pen?
immediate.
The little pen, like it's a
Leo
little
for bee stings.
for
It's
for
like
bug bites,
a
right?
little bottle thingy. Let me see if I
I
can
had
find
one in
it.
Costa Rica. Did the same thing.
be
You
right-
like dabbed it. You
I'll be
dabbed it
right
on
back.
there. You dabbed it on, and it
Yeah.
yeah. Little wasps and birds like that. Got to run. All right, Robert. Take it easy.
See you, Bob Mac.
I've been using Leo for big stings. Good choice. Fishing on the Atlantic. You like to fish? I love to fish, and I still haven't fished. Been here almost 4 years, and I still haven't fished one time. White vinegar, is that good for bug bites? Could be. Tiger balm.
White vinegar is pretty good for everything.
Ingesting. My wife didn't bring
Probably
me
don't see it
water.
here, but
Damn it.
medicated yellow oil it's called, and then it's Thai. But it's this little yellow bottle.
Ah,
Anyway,
looks like a clear bottle.
maybe I'll take a picture and then,
Put it
then
up.
we'll
Now
be
you
able to
can see
share
it
it
back
later.
there.
And then this other stuff here, you see this all the time in the pharmacy. It's a Bear product. I just realized that. But this stuff here
Ah,
is another.
Yeah, Tiger balm.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
that's
works
what,
good for stuff too.
That's what
But
Tim said.
for like sand fleas and stuff, this stuff does the trick.
Coconut oil does too. If you put
Coconut
it on
oil,
before,
yeah.
it'll keep them away.
And yeah, it's the
Or you
same
can
stuff
pee
you
on
cook
it.
with if you want.
Loretta said, or you can pee
Peeing
on
on it, yeah. For jellyfish, peeing on it
Yeah.
or meat tenderizer. Works great.
Avocados.
Meat tenderizer. You mean one of those little aluminium hammers?
Yeah, yeah, you don't want to pound your.
That's my bummer here too, because I just saw
Yeah.
a thing on here with that Douglas put up with the avocados.
I got stung by a jellyfish on my toe. Let me grab my meat tenderizer.
But
Stopped itching right away.
in Costa Rica, you could get avocados really
Avocado
cheap,
shake with Hershey chocolate.
and
Wow.
and here they're expensive as hell, and depending on what you buy, some of them never ripen. Some of them are horrible. Their Haas aren't really. They're expensive. But I do like avocados, no doubt.
Yeah, I forget where we were. There was like varieties I'd never seen, avocados, and they didn't have any Haas, the bumpy ones, but
Right.
some of them were like shaped like
Real
a
long,
gourd or
yeah.
a zucchini, but they were
Yeah.
avocado. Watery, really watery, like no flavor.
They got big ones we ordered from the internet. My wife did, and it took them forever to ripen, but they were good and huge, and they were cheaper.
See you, Maui.
So I have to find out.
Yeah.
Hey, Maui, have a good one.
No.
Then we get things done. Yeah. Well, I should probably. What time is it anyway? Oh, it's only
It's
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
It's not that- 10 o'clock. I get up.
We know what would be nice to find here on a regular basis is a seedless watermelon.
Talk about Thai time, darling.
Seedless. Yeah. Do they even know they exist here? I don't know if they know it.
I've told people
I haven't
about them.
seen one. I think maybe that could be your new business. Mitch's
Yeah.
seedless watermelons. Buy them while we got them.
And
they can
cantaloupe that's like Hermiston, Oregon cantaloupe, you know?
Cantaloupes,
nice.
even the cantaloupe here, I enjoy having. My wife buys it for me
Mm.
every time she sees it. 'Cause it's one of my favorites. I like the cantaloupe.
Yeah,
What was
bet
that
you
one?
might.
What you're thinking of the peeing was the Friends episode where they were on the beach and Joey
Take care,
and
Jay East.
them had to pee on Monica. That's the one I
Yeah,
remember
we
for
we
the
dumped
jellyfish.
meat tenderizer on my son's thigh when he got stung by the jellyfish.
Yeah. Did it work?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jason's
Vinegar
taking
works very
on.
well for that too.
I heard you said that a while ago, like about an hour ago. Have a good one, Jace.
See you, Loretta.
Is Loretta leaving?
Says
good
good night,
night.
guys. So I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's getting close. It's 2 hours and 37 minutes. I'm getting close to. I got to go to the doctor today, and
You gonna hang on the
everything
after show, Dave, for a couple
else.
minutes?
I might for a minute, just
Okay.
to discuss a few things. But I think otherwise, there's 25. I want to thank everybody. We got quite a few new subscribers, not a ton. But we seem to be getting like 40 or 50 a month, which I think is awesome.
I have no
But
idea
you guys are more than
what I have.
welcome to come on, and I appreciate all the support that everybody's given. And if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. It's free, and come and join us. Having some Dip Media wants to come on too. Hold on, let me
Yeah.
put that in
For
there.
any Canadians or Americans visiting Australia, put some Vegemite behind your ears. It'll stop the drop bears getting you.
The drop.
Really?
Is that it?
They just don't like it, huh?
Mitchell's.
Yeah, that makes them think you're an Australian.
Ah. There you
All
go.
right, everybody. Thank you very much for coming. What's today? Thursday? So Saturday,
Thursday.
I guess we'll do a. Maybe Mark can join us that day. We'll do one on Saturday at 7:30. And what do I need to do? I need the outro. Richard, again,
Saturday, I'll
thank
be
you
on-
for
I
the
might be on an
intro
airplane.
and the outros. And if you get the new ones, I'm waiting. I'd be happy if you would do it. That'd be great. So anyway, have a great day, everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one.